ESPN Radio, AM 1230. Batting practice is over and the ground crew is getting the field ready. It's time for the On-Deck Circle, a comprehensive look at the Salt Lake Stingers and the Pacific Coast League. Now, to get you ready for today's game, here's the voice of the Stingers, Steve Klauke.
A very good afternoon to you, and welcome to Salt Lake Stingers baseball on a marvelous afternoon here in downtown Sacramento, or just outside of downtown Sacramento, to be geographically correct. It's Game 3 of a 4-game set between the Stingers and the Sacramento River Cats. Steve Klauke with you as the Stingers try to pick up a win that they desperately need here in this ballpark. The Stingers now have lost 9 in a row going back to last season here at Rayleigh Field, including the first 2 games of this series, as a 1-0 thriller in the opener was followed last night by a 13-4 rout, as the River Cats broke it open with 4 runs in the bottom of the 6th and 4 more in the bottom of the 7th inning. So the Stingers, with back-to-back losses here, dropped to 26 and 21 on the year. They are 5-5 right now on the road trip, with just the 2 games remaining here in Sacramento before the Stingers finally, after 12 days, head home and begin a series against the Portland Beavers on Tuesday at Franklin Covey Field. So the standings right now in the PCL Pac North. The Stingers still, though, with a 2.5-game lead on second-place Tacoma. Portland trails by 3, and Colorado Springs sits 3.5 games off the pace. Sacramento has won 3 in a row to move into first place in the Pacific South, a half game ahead of both Las Vegas and Tucson. Those 2 teams involved in a rare rainout at Tucson last night. Las Vegas has won 6 in a row, while the River Cats, as we mentioned, have won 3 straight. Checking out the other conference, Memphis in the north, leading Nashville by 2, Omaha by 5, and Iowa by 5.5. And in the American South, Albuquerque's now in first, 1 game up on Oklahoma, 3 ahead of Round Rock, and 6.5 better than slumping New Orleans. Matter of fact, Round Rock and New Orleans have lost 6 in a row and 5 in a row, respectively. Again, a bright, sunshiny day. A few fleecy white clouds dotting the sea of azure blue above us. But all in all, a very comfortable afternoon here in Sacramento. The pitching matchup, a pretty good one. Ryan Glenn going for the Sacramento River Cats. He's won 1 and lost 1 after starting the year in the Toronto organization at AAA Syracuse. And for the Salt Lake Stingers, making his AAA debut a couple of weeks after he made his Major League debut, will be right-hander Urban Santana, the number 7 prospect in the Angels organization. He's coming off a brilliant complete Game 5 hit shutout in a 4-0 win over the Chicago White Sox on Monday. So Urban Santana getting the start this afternoon for the Salt Lake Stingers. We'll come back and review last night's debacle right after this on ESPN 1230.
Springtime's just around the corner, and now's the time to spring into new ATV action. Stedman's Recreation Yamaha is here to help, because right now, every new super sporty, super tough Yamaha ATV can be yours for as low as $39 a month for the first 24 months. And you'll even get up to $200 cash back on select models. Sport or utility, hard charging or hard working, Stedman's Recreation Yamaha is the ATV you want, and a fantastic deal. But hurry, this offer ends soon. Visit Stedman's Recreation on Main in Tooele.
Finance offer good through 5/30/105 on any 2005 or any prior year Yamaha motorcycle, ATV, or scooter, excluding FJR and Rhino models. On the Yamaha card, subject to credit approval. Reduced rate as low as 4.9% APR and $39 monthly payment paid for 24 months of the account is kept current. Maximum amount financed $8,000. Thereafter, the standard rate up to 21% APR will apply and minimum monthly payments will be required. Default rate 24.99%. Minimum finance charge $1. See dealer for details and age recommendations. Yamaha recommends an approved trading course. Call 1-800-887-2887. Dealer participation may vary.
Serious about dirt? So is Yamaha. And now's the perfect time to drive a serious bargain. Because for a limited time, you can get any new Yamaha motorcycle or ATV for as low as $39 a month for 24 months. Plus, get up to $200 cash back on select models. Off-road or on, 2 wheels or 4 at Stedman Stedman's Recreation Yamaha. We're offering serious savings, special financing plus cash back. But this offer ends soon, so get down to Stedman's Recreation Yamaha today. Visit Stedman's Recreation on Main in Tooele.
Finance offer good through 5/30/105 on any 2005 or new prior year Yamaha motorcycle, ATV, or scooter, excluding FJR and Rhino models. On the Yamaha card, subject to credit approval. Reduced rate as low as 4.9% APR and $39 monthly payment good for 24 months. Account is set current. Maximum amount finance $2,000. Thereafter, the standard rate up to 21% APR will apply and minimum monthly payments are required. Default rate 24.99%. Minimum finance charge $1. See dealer for details and age recommendations. Yamaha recommends an approved trading course. Call 1-800-887-2887. Dealer participation may vary.
Welcome back to Raleigh Field in West Sacramento, where the Stingers and the River Cats are getting ready to square off in Game 3 of this 4-game series. Again, the Stingers dropping the first 2 games here in Sacramento by a score of 1-0 in the opening game of the series. And then last night, it was all Sacramento, although early on the Stingers had the advantage, a 1-0 lead on a triple by Chris Prieto to start off the ball game. And then 1 out later, Casey Kotzman drove home Chris with a sacrifice fly. And the Stingers were on the board and leading 1-0, but it wasn't a lead that would last very long, as in the bottom of the second inning, Andrew Beatty led off with a single to right field. And then Brant Colamarino, in just his second career game at the AAA level, he launched a 2-run home run to right field, and the game was in the favor of the River Cats by a score of 2-1. Stingers, though, tied it in the top of the 4th inning with 1 out. Luke Allen doubled, moved to third on a single to right by Jeff Mathis, and scored on Brian Gordon's sacrifice fly to tie the game at 2. But the River Cats came right back. Brant Colamarino again with a big hit. He tripled high off the wall in left field and scored on Sean Garrett's sacrifice fly, making it 3-2 River Cats. But again, the Stingers came right back to tie it in the very next half inning. Adam Pavkovich singled to left field, moved from first to third on a base hit to center by David Matrenga on a well-executed hit and run. 1 out later, Zach Sorensen's fielder's choice allowed Pavkovich to score and tie the game at 3-3. But the River Cats would break it wide open in the bottom of the 6th. With 1 out, Jack Cuss singled to left, Andrew Beatty a base hit to right, and then Colamarino did it again, a 3-run home run into the bullpen in right center field to put the River Cats ahead 6-3. They would add later in the inning an RBI single by Bobby Crosby, last year's American League Rookie of the Year, who's here on a rehab assignment. And he delivered the RBI single to make it a 7-3 ball game. And then the River Cats would get a grand slam in the 7th by Freddie Bynum and add 2 more in the 8th and go on to win it by a score of 13-4. So the Stingers, with some evening up to do in these last 2 days, need a win in both games to avoid what would be just their second series loss of the season. So the Stingers getting ready to take on the Sacramento River Cats, and when we come back, we'll take a look at the scores around the Abra scoreboard. That's next here on ESPN 1230.
So it's spring, and you can't wait to get out of doors and take your family to Mulligan's Golf and Games. You'll enjoy 36 holes of miniature golf, the state's largest driving range, baseball and softball batting cages, practice greens and bunkers, along with 2 beautiful 9-hole golf courses. At Mulligan's, they offer something for the entire family. And coming soon, Mulligan's will have the famous iceberg chase. Mulligan's, open early and fully lighted well into the night. Mulligan's, half-mile west of I-15 on 106 South, open every day but Christmas.
Hi, this is Mitch Jensen of Siegfried & Jensen. You've heard our ads for years. We've been handling automobile, personal injury, and medical malpractice claims for over 20 years. We've handled thousands of claims for thousands of people throughout the state. You're listening to this ad now because you love sports or have a favorite team. Siegfried & Jensen wants to be your legal team if you've been injured in an accident. Call Siegfried & Jensen at 1-800-INJURED. That's 1-800-INJURED. Siegfried & Jensen, your legal team if you've been injured.
Owning my own dry cleaning shop, I'm all about fast business.
Dave Denton, Zions Bank SBA Express customer.
As a small business owner, I've got a million things taking up my time.
Did you get machine 6 up and running?
Yeah, just fixed it. People want their clothes done right, and they want them done now. And I wanted my SBA loan the same way. Quick, convenient, and competitive.
Zions Bank is now offering SBA Express loans as low as 8.75%.
The people at Zions Bank know I don't have a lot of time, so they make it easy.
The SBA Express loan involves less paperwork, and all SBA fees are waived for the life of the loan.
And with my SBA Express debit card, I get money when I need it most.
Hey, Dave, Bill Brady's on free.
Thanks, tell him I'll be right there. I tell you, when it comes to getting fast, competitive funding from someone who actually knows your business, you can't beat Zions Bank. They've been a top SBA lender for years, which means they'll be around as long as I need them.
For more information, call 1-877-315-0190 or visit ZionsBank.com. Zions Bank. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender. Credit approval required. SBA fees waived for loans less than $150,000.
Back to Raleigh Field, where the Stingers and the River Cats are getting ready to go. Time now for a look at the APRA scoreboard. Looking for an experienced collision repairer based on an independent nationwide customer satisfaction survey. APRA Auto Body and Glass was the company most recommended to family and friends for quality of work, customer communication, and overall service. Call 1-888-USA-APRA to schedule your appointment. In the PCL, they're in the bottom of the second inning at Nashville. No score between the Zephyrs and the Sounds. New Orleans trying to snap a 5-game losing streak. Iowa is at Round Rock. No score in the second inning there. No score in the third. Portland at Colorado Springs. They're playing a doubleheader at SkySox Stadium today. That's now a Security Service Field in Colorado Springs. Tacoma's at Fresno. Las Vegas visit Tucson in a doubleheader. Oakland is at Memphis, and Albuquerque plays host to Omaha. In the American League, Cleveland beat Oakland by a score of 6-2. It was Toronto shutting out Minnesota 4-0. Roy Halladay with a two-hitter. At Baltimore in the seventh, the Orioles tried to salvage the final game of that series, leading Detroit 6-4. Bottom of the sixth inning at Texas, the Rangers have just put 5 runs on the board. They're still batting now, leading the White Sox 5-3. In the bottom of the sixth at St. Petersburg, Tampa Bay leads Seattle 8-4. Later on, the Angels host Kansas City, while Boston and the Yankees square off on ESPN's Sunday Night Baseball. In the National League, they're in the bottom of the eighth at Atlanta. The Braves lead the Phillies 7-2. Elsewhere, the Marlins beat the Mets 6-3. Former Buzzman Doug Minkiewicz with his 7th home run. Cincinnati clobbered Pittsburgh 11-2. In the top of the seventh at Milwaukee, the Astros lead the Brewers 2-0. In the bottom of the fifth at St. Louis, Washington's out in front of the Cardinals 3-2. Bottom of the fifth at Wrigley, the Cubs have taken a 5-4 lead on Colorado. And later on, San Diego's at San Francisco, and Arizona plays host to the Los Angeles Dodgers. And that's your APRA scoreboard. We'll return with today's starting lineups right after this on ESPN 1230.
Springtime's just around the corner, and now's the time to spring into new ATV action. Escape Motorsports is here to help, because right now, every new super sporty, super tough Yamaha ATV can be yours for as low as $39 a month for the first 24 months. And you'll even get up to $200 cash back on select models. Sport or utility, hard charging or hard working, Escape Motorsports has the ATV you want and a fantastic deal. But hurry, this offer ends soon. Escape Motorsports, 1480 North State in Provo. Finance offer good through 5/31/05 on new 2005 or new prior year Yamaha motorcycle, ATV, or scooter excluding FJR and Rhino models.
Hi, this is Ned Siegfried of Siegfried & Jensen. We all know Utah is a great sports state. At Siegfried & Jensen, we have important sponsorship relationships with several college teams throughout the state, as well as with many of the professional teams, including the Jazz, the Stingers, the Grizzlies, and Real Salt Lake. In sports, winning is important. The same is true if you're injured in an accident. To help ensure victory, you need a winning legal team on your side. If you've been injured, call Siegfried & Jensen at 1-800-INJURED. That's 1-800-INJURED. Siegfried & Jensen.
Junior Banana Split. Sonic's got it, others don't. Right now, treat yourself to Sonic's 99-cent Junior Banana Split. It's almost half the size, but with all the taste, for just 99 cents. Try one today, or to satisfy your late-night cravings, try one tonight. Because Sonic's open till at least midnight all summer long. The 99-cent Junior Banana Split at participating Sonic drive-ins. It's not just good, it's Sonic good.
Field. Time now to bring you the starting lineups for this afternoon's ball game. First of all, for the visiting Salt Lake Stingers, managed by Dino Ebel. Leading off, the center fielder, Chris Prieto. Batting second and playing second base, Zach Sorensen. Hitting third, the designated hitter, Casey Kotzman. Batting cleanup, the left fielder, Luke Allen. Hitting fifth and playing right field, Nick Gorneau. Batting sixth, the shortstop, David Matringa. Hitting seventh and playing third base, Adam Pavkovich. Batting eighth and catching, Ryan Buddy. And hitting ninth is the first baseman, Casey Smith. Pitching for the Stingers will be right-hander Irvin Santana. Now for the homestanding Sacramento River Cats, managed by Tony DeFrancesco. Leading off, the designated hitter, Bobby Crosby. Batting second, the second baseman, Andrew Beatty. Hitting third and playing right field, Matt Watson. Batting cleanup, the left fielder, Jack Cust. Hitting fifth and playing first base, Brant Marino. Batting sixth, the shortstop, Mike Rouse. Hitting seventh and playing third base, Bobby Smith. Batting eighth, the catcher, Steve Jackson. And hitting ninth is the center fielder, Freddie Bynum. Pitching for Sacramento will be right-hander Ryan Glenn. The umpires, as assigned by the Pacific Coast League, Ryan West will be behind the plate. Travis Reiniger is the umpire over at first, and Jason Kaiser will be the arbiter at third. Stingers and River Cats on a beautiful Sunday afternoon in Sacramento. We'll be back with the first pitch right after this. You've been in the On Deck Circle on ESPN 1230.
This has been the On Deck Circle. Stay tuned. Salt Lake Stingers baseball is coming up next on the home of the Stingers, ESPN 1230 AM. KQS Murray, Salt Lake City.
Dawson takes hold of Carl down.
This is the ESPN Radio AM 1230.
Play a ball for the left field.
The worldwide leader in sports on Citadel Broadcasting Station.
Where can you find the Utah Jazz sitting next to the Boston Red Sox, sitting next to the Denver Broncos, just down the road of BYU? Fans! Only at Fans can you find the newest and freshest sports gear from all the great college and pro teams. Looking for a Utah Jazz jersey featuring the new colors? Fans has it. Fans has it. Trying to find a fitted baseball cap featuring your favorite team logo? Fans is the place. Fans is the place. Whether you're looking for hats, shirts, sweatshirts, hoodies, jackets, warm-ups, jerseys, or duffel bags, you'll find it at Fans. You'll find it at Fans. Plus, Fans even has fun logoed sports gear and memorabilia, including signed basketballs, footballs, and jerseys from the best players. And remember, for all the new Utah Jazz gear, get to Fans for jerseys, golf shirts, t-shirts, hats, sweatshirts, and warm-up gear featuring the new blue and white Jazz colors. Open 6 days a week in the Delta Center and all major malls across the Wasatch Front. Fans.
The field is live. The starting pitchers have finished their warm-up, and the managers have exchanged lineup cards. It's time for Salt Lake Stingers baseball. So let's go to the ballpark. Here's the voice of the Salt Lake Stingers, Steve Klauke.
And once again, a very pleasant good afternoon to you, and welcome to Salt Lake Stingers baseball. Steve Klauke with you from Raley Field in West Sacramento, California, right across the Tower Bridge from downtown Sacramento in the state capital of California. Beautiful day here for baseball. Bit of a breeze blowing in from left. You don't see that very often here. It's maybe more of a crosswind, actually, from left to right, which would help fly balls hit in the air towards right field, but could possibly knock down a ball headed towards left. So the Stingers trying to pick up a much-needed win here as the River Cats have won the first two games. Stingers needing wins today and tomorrow, and again another afternoon game tomorrow to avoid their second non-losing series of the season. The Sacramento River Cats have taken the field in their home sleeveless white uniforms with the black numerals and lettering trimmed in burgundy and gold. Stingers wearing their road sleeveless grays with the red numerals and lettering trimmed in navy blue with red sleeves underneath. Taking the River Cats around to their positions defensively, Jack Cust is in left field, Freddie Bynum in center, and Matt Watson is in right. Bobby Smith is at third, Mike Rouse at short, Andrew Beatty at second, and Brant Colamarino is over at first. The battery of Ryan Glenn pitching and Steve Jackson catching. For Ryan Glenn, this will be his third start as a River Cat. In 13 innings, he's given up 9 hits, 3 runs all earned. He has struck out 12 while walking only 1. Glenn has won 1 and lost 1 with a 2.08 earned run average. The PCL batting 188 against right-hander Ryan Glenn, who started the year in the Toronto organization and at AAA Syracuse, made 9 appearances, 6 of them starts, winning 2 and losing 4 with a 6.27 earned run average for the Sky Chiefs. Then 330 down the left field line, 325 down the right field line here at Raleigh Field, 380s to the alleys, and 403 feet to straightaway center field. So throw down to second base, the ball being tossed around the infield. We're ready to go, so sit back, relax, and enjoy as Salt Lake Stingers baseball is on the air on a beautiful Sunday afternoon here in Sacramento. Leading things off will be the center fielder, Chris Prieto, batting .303, 7 doubles, 4 triples, 1 homer, and 8 runs batted in. Prieto 3 for 8, one of his 3 hits a triple that led off the ball game yesterday. First pitch on the way, and it's a fastball down the middle of the stretch, and we're underway. 68 degrees, the game time temperature, is a swing and a miss of a fastball, and it's 0-2. And in the last couple of minutes, we've had a change in the wind direction. It's now blowing straight out. No balls, 2 strikes the count. Now Glenn's pitch. Prieto takes just outside at the knees, 1-2. Chris played at Sacramento here in 2003. He was voted that team's most outstanding defensive player. The 1-2 pitch, curveball inside to the left-hand batter, and the count's even at 2-2. Ryan Glenn, 6'3", 200 pounds, in his 11th professional season. Acquired from Toronto on May the 19th for cash considerations. The 2-2 pitch, swung on and popped up behind third base. Rouse and Smith going out. Rouse, the shortstop, racing out, and about 30 feet out in left field, makes the catch for out number 1. So Prieto pops up to shallow left. A good play by Mike Rouse, having to look right back into that bright sunshine here this afternoon. That'll bring up Zach Sorensen, the second baseman, hitting .283, 3 doubles, a triple, no homers, and 11 runs batted in for Zach, who's hitless in 6 at-bats so far in this series. Does have 1 run batted in as Sorensen takes a strike on the outside corner just under the belt, and the count's 0-1. Fingers 5-5 on this road trip with this afternoon and tomorrow afternoon yet to be played. There's a swing and a foul back right below us, and the count's 0-2. For no balls, 2 strikes the count on Sorensen, a switch hitter batting from the left side against the right-hander Glenn. Outfield, a couple of steps around towards left. The pitch swung on, and that's popped up on the infield. Coming down from first base is Colamarino, crosses the stripe into foul territory and makes the catch about halfway between home plate and first base. The 2 up, 2 down on a couple of pop-ups on the infield, and that'll bring up Casey Kotzman, the designated hitter. Kotzman batting .272 with 9 doubles, 1 homer, and 26 runs batted in. Kotz 1 for 7 in the series, had a 7-game hitting streak snapped last night. There's a fastball strike on the outside corner under the belt, and the count's 0-1. No balls, 1 strike the count on the left-hand batter. Outfield straight away. The pitch. Swung on, another pop-up. This one's drifting back into the seats, giving chase to third baseman Smith, but that lands about 7 rows back. So the count on Kochman is 0-2. A lot of folks laid out some blankets out on the big berm area out here in right field at Raley Field. Enjoying the sunshine and the very comfortable temperature. They've had some pretty hot weather here lately. As Kochman takes a fastball outside at the knees, ball 1. 1-2 the count. Now the pitch. Curveball inside, 2-2 the count on Casey. Kochman DHing for the second time. The pitch. Swinging a tap foul behind home plate. Casey DH'd the final game in New Orleans after playing every inning of every game at first base for the first 44 games of the season. So 2 balls, 2 strikes the count. The pitch is swung on, lifted in the air towards right, but Matt Watson coming in towards the line makes the catch. And that'll do it for the Stingers, who are up and down in order in the first. And after 1/2 inning of play, it's the Stingers nothing, and Sacramento's coming to bat on ESPN 1230.
Wow, that is amazing.
Pardon me, miss. Are you an Albertsons associate?
No.
Then may I ask what you're doing?
Checking the price.
You're checking the price.
That is correct. Oh, check this price.
What? Where?
Next to the sign that says check the price.
Oh, that's a very good price.
What did I tell you?
Albertsons has lowered the prices on thousands of items shoppers buy most. So come on in and check the price. You're going to love what you see.
Hey, let's check these prices over here.
Sorry, pal. I look alone.
Check the new low prices at Albertsons, helping make your life easier.
Hi, Susan.
Hello, Frank.
Susan, weren't you just...
Hello, Frank.
Susan, weren't you just out in the parking lot?
Hello, Frank.
What's going on here? I'm seeing Susan everywhere.
Since we got those office machines from Automated Business Products, Susan's been unbelievably efficient. It's like having 12 office managers. And I'm taking Susan 7 out for dinner.
Get unduplicated sales, servicing, and leasing from Automated Business Products, an authorized Savin dealer. Automated Business Products. Work smart, get automated.
Hi, this is Ned Siegfried of Siegfried & Jensen. You've heard our ads for years. We've been handling automobile, personal injury, and medical malpractice claims for over 20 years. We've handled thousands of claims for thousands of people throughout the state. You're listening to this ad now because you love sports or have a favorite team. Siegfried & Jensen wants to be your legal team if you've been injured in an accident. Call Siegfried & Jensen at 1-800-INJURED. That's 1-800-INJURED. Siegfried & Jensen, your legal team if you've been injured.
Now, back to more Stingers baseball on ESPN 1230 AM.
All right, we go now to the bottom of the first inning. No score. Bobby Crosby, the reigning American League Rookie of the Year, will lead things off. He's here on a rehab assignment from a stress fracture, facing Irvin Santana. The first pitch on the way is inside at the knees, ball 1. Defensively, the Stingers with Luke Allen in left, Chris Prieto in center, and Nick Corneau in right. Now the pitch. Breaking ball, strike on the inside corner at the knees, 0-1, rather 1-1. Adam Pavkovich at third, David Petrenga at short, Zach Sorensen at second, and Casey Smith at first. The battery of Irvin Santana pitching and Ryan Buddy catching. 1-1 pitch is popped up. Short left field, backpedaling out is the shortstop Petrenga. He's there, and he'll put it away about 20 feet back on the outfield grass. So 1 away for Andrew Beatty, batting .310. 9 doubles, a triple, 1 homer, and 12 runs batted in. Irvin Santana began the year with AA Arkansas, and in 7 starts there, he was 5-1 with a 2.31 earned run average. Made 2 starts for the Angels after being called up with the injury to Calvin Escobar. First pitch on the way to the left-hand batter, and Beatty takes a strike, 0-1. Was hit hard by Cleveland at Jacobs Field, giving up 6 runs, all earned on 8 hits in just 4 innings of work. The 0-1 swung on, fouled off, third base side and out of play, and that evens the count at 1-1. gave up a cycle to Cleveland in the first inning. Came back with a brilliant effort last Monday against the White Sox. The 0-2 pitch on the way, a fastball high, and it's 1-2. Complete game, 5-hit shutout against Chicago, 4-0 win. He struck out 7 and walked 1. Now the 1-2 pitch. Fastball high, 2-2 the count. Santana, 6'2", 160, his 5th year from the Dominican Republic. Signed as an undrafted free agent back in September of 2000. Now Santana's 2-2. High and outside, ball 3 fills the count on Beatty at 3-2. Beatty 5 for 8, including 2 doubles in this series. Both doubles coming in the first game played, which was here on Friday night. 3-2 payoff pitch from Santana. Swing and a miss. At a fastball, he struck him out. The 2 up, 2 down is conveniently the speed is no longer up on the scoreboard. That'll bring up Matt Watson, the right fielder, hitting .347, 10 doubles, a triple, 3 homers, and 20 runs batted in. Watson, 3 for 8 with a couple of doubles in this series. And the first pitch is fouled back for a strike, and the count's 0-1. No balls, 1 strike the count. Now the pitch. Fastball in at the knees for a strike, and it's 0-2. No ball, 2 strikes the count. Santana ready to go. And the pitch. Fastball outside at the knees, 1-2. Santana with some shoulder problems at the start of last year caused him to delay his first outing till mid-May, and then went from June 15th on the disabled list with a sprained elbow. There's a breaking ball low, and the count's 2-2. When healthy, a mid-90s fastball in his repertoire, along with a slider and a changeup. 2 balls, 2 strikes the count as Santana delivers. Swinging a ground ball, right side, taken by Casey Smith on the knee-high second hop, and he'll go 3 steps to the bag for out number 3. Up and down in order go the River Cats in the first, and at the end of 1, there's no score here in Sacramento on ESPN 1230.
More Stingers baseball after this on ESPN 1230 AM. They say it's not whether you win or lose, it's how you play the game. But at Fast Signs, we know it's how you play the game that makes you a winner. What does Fast Signs bring to the game? Full-service simplicity and superior quality to put your business ahead of the game. Don't settle for the sidelines. Call Fast Signs for the hard-hitting graphics that help your business stand out in a crowd. Fast Signs. Sign and graphic solutions made simple.
Do you feel tired when you wake up? Do you feel exhausted during the day? Have you ever dozed off in a meeting or while watching TV? If you answered yes, you may have sleep apnea. Millions of Americans suffer from sleep apnea and don't even know it. The professionals at Med1 Medical can help you get the sleep you need. It is amazing how well you feel when you get a full night of refreshing sleep. Sleep Smart Gold is a proven program designed specifically for people with sleep apnea. Sleep apnea can be more harmful than just a poor night's sleep. High blood pressure and other cardiovascular complications are being diagnosed more and more frequently in patients with this disorder. A high percentage of these patients can be treated by addressing sleep apnea. If you suspect someone might have sleep apnea, call the professionals at Med1 Medical at 800-258-5329. With the help of a doctor, a program will be designed for you to obtain a golden night's sleep. Call Med1 Medical and find out how Sleep Smart Gold can help you get the sleep you deserve. Call today, 1-800-258-5329.
We go to the second inning, no score. Each team up and down in order in their respective halves of the first inning. It'll be Luke Allen to start things off now against Ryan Glenn. Luke batting .284, 6 doubles, 2 triples, 5 homers, 25 runs batted in. Takes a changeup outside at the knees, ball 1. Luke 1 for 7 in this series. That one hit was a double. Nick Gorno and David Matringa to follow as Allen laces one towards the left field corner, cuts a long run, reaches out and makes the backhanded running catch. Not necessarily known for his defensive prowess. Got a good jump on that ball towards the line. That ball slicing away from him, but was able to make about a letter-high backhanded catch on a full run into the corner to take extra bases away from Luke Allen. That'll bring up Nick Gorneau, the right fielder, batting .311, 11 doubles, 5 triples, 7 homers, 30 runs batted in. He's like Allen, 1 for 7. Goes bunt and takes a strike at the knees, 0-1. He lays down a bunt in fair territory there. He runs for days. As the third baseman, Smith, is way back at third. The 0-1. Fastball in at the knees for a strike, and it's 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes the count. Well, the good news is we have finally received the rest of our luggage today. The 0-2. Gorneau takes the slider, strike 3 called at the knees, and Gorneau with a couple of words for Ryan West. The Stingers had all kinds of problems with West all season long. Then again, the teams that the Stingers have played have also had trouble with Ryan West. Here's David Matrenga, the shortstop, hitting .253, 6 doubles, 2 homers, and 14 runs batted in. He's 1 for 3 in this series. Swings and fouls the first pitch back into a sweep for strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. No score. We're in the top of the second inning. 2 outs, bases empty for the Stingers as Glynn starts his motion for the 0-1. Curveball, strike at the knees, 0-2. Glynn first broke into the PCL as well as the major leagues in 1999 in the Rangers organization with Oklahoma and Texas. Has pitched previously in this league with Oklahoma and Calgary and now carries an 18-16 lifetime record in the PCL. Matrenga takes outside at the knees, a ball, 1-2. A 1 ball, 2 strikes the count. Into his motion, Glenn, the pitch. Swing and a miss at a fastball. He struck him out, and that retires the side. 1, 2, 3, nothing across. We go to the bottom of the second inning. Stingers nothing, Sacramento nothing on ESPN 1230.
Frazier's birthday is a celebration of maturity.
What a jolly world I was born into.
A soiree for the season.
Birthdays can be anxiety-provoking, especially for people of a certain age. I am not of a certain age.
And the straw that broke the camel's...
My back! It's completely seized up.
Did someone say over the hill?
I'm not going to wear anything called a girdle. What am I calling a back brace? Get it?
On Frazier.
Weeknights at 5:30 and 11 on KJazz TV.
Serious about dirt? So are Yamaha ATVs. And now's the time to get a seriously smoking deal on a brand new Yamaha. Because right now, every new super sporty, super tough Yamaha ATV can be yours for as low as $39 a month for the first 24 months. Plus, get up to $200 cash back on select models. Sport or utility, hard charging or hard working, now's the time to make tracks down to Escape Motorsports for a seriously great deal. Escape Motorsports, 1480 North State in Provo. Finance offer good through 5/31/05 on any new 2005 or new prior year Yamaha motorcycle, ATV, or scooter, excluding FJR and Rhino models. A Yamaha card, subject to credit approval. Reduced rate as low as 4.9% APR and $39 monthly payment good for 24 months if account is kept current. Maximum amount financed, $8,000. Thereafter, the standard rate is up to 21.99% APR. Will apply and minimum monthly payments will be required. Default rate 24.99%. Minimum finance charge $1. See dealer for details and age recommendations. Yamaha recommends an approved training course.
Now, back to more Stingers baseball on ESPN 1230 AM.
Jack Tusk to lead things off for Sacramento in the second. That's the same Jack Tusk who had the big catch in the top half of the inning to take extra bases away from Luke Allen. Tusk batting .298, 12 doubles, a triple, 9 homers, and 34 runs batted in. Tusk 2 for 7 with an RBI for the River Cats in this series. So Tusk, the left-hand batter, awaits the first pitch from Irvin Santana. And it's a breaking ball low, ball one. 1 ball, no strikes the count. Santana making his AAA debut, delivers a fastball foul back into the base of the screen, and the count's 1-1. Not often you see a player making his AAA debut after they have made their maiden voyage in the big leagues. That's the case here. 1 ball, 1 strike the count on Cust. He'll be followed by Brant Colamarino and Mike Rouse. The 1-1 pitch breaks down low for a ball, 2-1. Don't forget, when the Stingers return home, to check out the Albertsons triple play for charity. If the Stingers pull off a triple play at home, Albertsons will donate $1,000 worth of groceries to the Utah Food Bank. That's Santana's fastball. This is inside at the knees, ball 3. 3-1 the count. Albertsons, a proud sponsor of the Salt Lake Stingers. 3-1 pitch to Cust. Swung on to the soft liner, and a diving backhand catch by Zach Sorensen. That ball wasn't hit all that hard, but ticketed towards center field. But Zach did a good break to his right, left his feet, and made the backhand diving catch to take the hit away from Cust. 1 out for Brant Colamarino, who had the big game last night, going 4 for 4, 2 homers, a triple, and 5 runs batted in. They also scored 4 runs. Speaking of Albertsons, Albertsons is one of the spots that you can register your family for free tickets to an upcoming Stingers home game. There's a breaking ball strike, 0-1. Any of the first 8 dates on the upcoming homestand that begins on Tuesday, there's 3 ways you can register your family for a free ticket. There's a pitch low and outside of ball, 1-1. Go to StingersBaseball.com, call 325-BASE, or stop by your Salt Lake Valley Albertsons location. 1-1 delivery. Colamarino pops it up out into shallow left. Pavkovich out, Matringa out. Matringa with the call, fighting the sun, falls down, but makes the catch. Well, that was tough. Just to give you an idea, Pavkovich was actually 20 feet beyond Matringa, who made the catch as he never saw it. But good recovery by Matringa. Again, a bright sunshine. Most of the clouds that were around the ballpark have headed east. And it is a tough sun out there this afternoon. So 2 outs. That'll bring up Mike Rouse, the shortstop, hitting .287, 10 doubles, a triple, 4 homers, and 33 runs batted in. 0 for 1 in this series. Pitch on the way from Santana. A fastball strike on the outside corner at the knees. 0-1. No balls. 1 strike to count on Rouse, a left-handed batter. Now the pitch. Fastball that misses outside of the knees, and that evens the count at 1-1. Santana's been right around 89 to 91 miles per hour so far, based on the radar gun. The 1-1 pitch. Rouse swings and he fouls it back this way. 1-2 the count as it lands below the booth to our left. Rouse last year at .276 for the River Cats. Now the pitch, swing and a fastball to foul back, still 1-2. Rouse, one of 3 River Cats who were selected to play for the United States in the Olympic Games, or the Olympic qualifying tournament, I should say, which the U.S. did not qualify for. There's a breaking ball low and inside to the left-hand batter, and the count's even at 2-2. Rouse had twice had his season interrupted last year on the disabled list with lower back strains in mid-April and in mid-June. The 2-2 pitch started after it, held up. They appeal. No swing, says third base umpire Jason Kaiser. And the count is full at 3-2. Rouse did hit .308 in that Olympic qualifying tournament for the United States. 3-2 the count on Rouse. No score. Bottom of the second. The 3-2 pitch on the way. Fastball high and outside for ball 4. And so the River Cats have the first base runner of the ball game. A 2-out walk here in the bottom of the second to Mike Rouse. Brings up Bobby Smith. Smith batting .251. 7 doubles, a triple, 2 homers, and 23 runs batted in. So runner at first base, 2 out. Smith at the plate, hitless in 4 at-bats in this series. played in game 1. There's a pitch. Big cut comes up empty on a 90-mile-per-hour fastball for strike 1. No balls, 1 strike the count. Outfield shaded towards right. Santana ready. The 0-1. Swinging a foul back into the screen, and the count's 0-2. So no balls, 2 strikes the count to the right-hand hitting Bobby Smith. Outfield shaded around towards right for Smith. Now Santana from the belt ready. Check of the runner at first base, the 0-2 home. Slow curve, misses high, 1-2 the count. Although not really a curve, Santana has a fastball, slider, and change. Although they say his changeup isn't all that strong. As of yet, anyway. Toss to first, the runner back. So far, Santana's thrown 32 pitches, 17 strikes, and 15 balls. Not the kind of ratio you want to see at this point. Now Santana ready to pitch. Swing and a miss at a breaking ball. He struck him out as he got him on that slider to retire the side. Second strikeout for Irvin. No runs, no hits. 1 runner left on base at the end of 2. Stingers nothing and Sacramento nothing on ESPN 1230.
SOS Staffing Services is a proud sponsor of Utah Jazz basketball. SOS Staffing Services is celebrating 30 years of helping Utah businesses put their best team on the court each day. SOS is suited up with cutting-edge technology in all areas of employee testing so that when your team member arrives to work, you can be assured that they've been tested and screened to meet your team's high expectations. SOS Staffing Services also offers comprehensive background and drug testing solutions for your team members and for ours. So when you're out-of-town staffing services call your company, don't forget that with 25 offices located from St. George to Logan, SOS Staffing Services is Utah's home team.
Accidents happen. And when they do, there's a name you already know. Larry H. Miller. The Larry H. Miller Collision Centers in downtown Salt Lake Million Center feature an exclusive 10-step program designed to get your car back on the road quickly. You'll start by receiving an estimate on the spot right after your vehicle is delivered. We'll go over the estimate with you and answer any of your questions. Plus, we'll help with arranging a rental car for you. When it comes to actual collision repair, Genesis, our laser-guided system, ensures 99.9% accuracy in returning your car to pre-accident condition. We perform all necessary metal work, painting, and clear coating to meet factory specs, and then thoroughly detail your vehicle and deliver it on time and to your satisfaction, guaranteed. From the smallest dents to the biggest accident, trust the name you already know. Larry's Miller Collision Center in Salt Lake, Sandy, and Murray. After all, you know this guy.
Now, back to more Stingers baseball on ESPN 1230 AM.
All right, it'll be Adam Pavkovich, Ryan Buddy, Casey Smith, 2 up. The bottom third of the order for the Stingers here in the top of the third. No score. It's also time for our check of the third inning update of our Abra scoreboard. First, Adam Pavkovich at the plate, the pitch, and it's a fastball in for a strike, 0-1, because Abra Auto Body and Glass provides a lifetime written guarantee on all structural and body repairs. They're a preferred provider for most insurance companies. Call 1-888-USA-ABRA today to schedule your appointment. The 0-1, Pavkovich takes a curveball outside. Ball 1, Adam batting .282. 7 doubles, a triple, 3 homers, and 12 runs batted in for Pavkovich, who's currently working on a 9-game hitting streak, his longest of the year. Pavkovich, 2 for 6 in this series with 1 RBI. The 1-1 pitch, slider down low, 2-1 the count. They're in the 5th at Nashville. The Sounds leading New Orleans 3-2. Ricky Weeks and former Stinger Trent Durrington have homered for the Sounds. 2-1 to Pavkovich, and the pitch is a slider strike at the knees, 2-2. In the 5th at Round Rock, the Express trailing Iowa 2-0. First of 2 at Colorado Springs, Portland leading the Sky Sox 3-1 in the 6th. Later on, Tacoma at Fresno. Tucson hosts Las Vegas in a doubleheader. Oklahoma's at Memphis, and Omaha visits Albuquerque. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Pavkovich leading off the top of the third. The pitch. Breaking ball low, and that fills the count at 3-2. In the bottom of the 8th at Baltimore, the Orioles now trail Detroit 8-6. The Tigers hit Baltimore with a 6-run 7th inning. 3-2 payoff pitch to Pavkovich. Swinging a pop foul, coming back and out of play. Top of the 8th at Texas. The Rangers lead Chicago 8-4. The White Sox had a 3-1 lead until the Rangers put up a 6th spot in the 6th. Former Buzz catcher A.J. Pierzynski with his 8th home run of the year for Chicago. 3 balls, 2 strikes on Pavkovich. The payoff pitch. Swinging another foul back into the screen. So Adam making Glenn work a little extra hard out there. After 7.5 at St. Petersburg, Seattle has rallied with 1 in the 7th and 4 in the 8th to take a 9-8 lead over Tampa Bay. The Angels trail Kansas City 1-0 in the 2nd. For the 3rd time, Ryan Glenn starts his motion, but time called beforehand by Pavkovich. Later on, Boston and the Yankees at the Bronx. Earlier, Cleveland beat Oakland 6-2, and Toronto shut out Minnesota 4-0 on a 2-hitter by Roy Halladay. Now, for the 3rd time, the 3-2 payoff pitch, and again, Pavkovich reaches out, protecting himself on a slider, fouls it back into the screen. In the National League, Milwaukee batting in the bottom of the 9th, trailing Houston 2-1. After 7.5 at St. Louis, Washington still leads the Cardinals 3-2. Top of the 7th at Chicago, the Cubs lead Colorado 10-6. Now Glenn ready, and for the 4th time, the 3-2 pitch. Swing and a miss at a curveball. He struck him out. That's 3 straight strikeouts now for Ryan Glenn. And he's retired the first 7 batters he's faced. That'll bring up Ryan Buddy, the catcher, hitting .256, 5 doubles, 3 triples, 1 homer, and 8 runs batted in. San Diego and San Francisco tied 1-1 in the 2nd. Later on, the Dodgers and the Diamondbacks. That game scheduled to start in about 5 minutes or so. Pitch to Buddy, and it's a strike 0-1. Ryan appearing in the series for the first time, batting .256, 5 doubles, 3 triples, 1 homer, and 8 runs batted in. Finals, Atlanta beat Philadelphia 7-2. 1 strike to count on Buddy as Glenn delivers. Swing and a miss out in front of a changeup, and the count's 0-2. Marlins beat the Mets 6-5 with a 5-run 7th inning, and Cincinnati pounds Pittsburgh 11-2. Ken Griffey Jr. with his 7th home run of the season. 2 strikes to count on Buddy as Glenn delivers. Swing and a miss at a slider. He struck him out. That's 4 strikeouts in a row for Glenn. That'll bring up Casey Smith, the first baseman, batting .216, 5 doubles, a triple, no homers, and 8 runs batted in. Casey 1-for-3 in this series. The Stingers finding Ryan Glenn untouchable here in the early going. Glenn has a career 0-2 record against Salt Lake. All of that with Oklahoma. 2 out, nobody on base. The first pitch is a slow curve over for a strike, and the count's 0-1. 0-2 with a 4.73 earned run average in his 2 previous starts against Salt Lake. Pitch, swing, and a miss at a pitch down and in, and the count's 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes the count. Outfield shaded towards right for Casey as Glenn delivers. Up high with a fastball, 1-2 the count. Got another day game tomorrow to wrap up the road trip. Kevin Gregg will get the start, a former River Cat for the Stingers, against Mike Ziegler. 1-2 pitch, breaking ball, just missed a little bit low, and the count's even at 2-2. Ziegler was the player the Angels acquired in the Tom Gregorio trade that 3 days later was rescinded, but Gregorio re-injured his left calf. 2-2 pitch, a breaking ball outside, and that fills the count on Casey at 3-2. That breeze shifted earlier. It was blowing in at the very outset of the game, but now it's blowing out. 3 balls, 2 strikes, the payoff pitch. Swing and a foul. Back over the screen and into the seats. But we'll do it again at 3-2. Casey with 5 hits and 23 at-bats on the road trip. Stingers trying to snap a 9-game losing streak in this ballpark, going back to last season. Now Glenn into his motion. Again, the 3-2 payoff pitch. Swung on, lifted in the air towards right. Watson coming in a couple of steps, makes the catch to retire the side. Ryan Glenn, perfect the first time through the batting order. And after 2.5, it's still the Stingers nothing and Sacramento nothing on ESPN 1230.
Now back to more Stingers baseball on Baseball after this on ESPN 1230 AM.
Taco Del Mar has a question. You like lunch? Start with a tortilla the size of a trampoline. Then pile on the meat, beans, veggies, and freak out on the jalapenos. Call the office. Tell them you're gone for the day. See ya. Head to the beach, the mountains, the lake. That's Taco Del Mar, baby. That's your inner Baja. Beat it with a Mondo made-to-order burrito or a pile of ripping fish tacos. It's fast, super tasty, fresh mix with a bit of Baja attitude. Taco Del Mar. Release your inner Baja.
Bud Light presents Real Men of Genius.
Real men of genius.
This Memorial Day, we salute you, Mr. Backyard Bug Zapper Inventor.
Mr. Backyard Bug Zapper Inventor.
Not content to harmlessly repel insects with lotion, you discovered a way to fry them with electricity until their bodies explode.
Zap kaboom.
The sounds of summer, crickets chirping, birds singing, the blood-curdling scream of a moth having 700 volts of electricity shoot through its body.
Music to my ears.
Every night, a magical explosion of exoskeleton and insect goo that can only mean one thing. Summer's here. So crack open an ice cold Bud Light, Mr. June Bug Blaster, then sit back and watch the fireworks.
Mr. Backyard Bug Zapper Inventor.
Bud Light Beer, Anheuser-Busch, St. Louis, Missouri.
Catcher Steve Jackson to lead things off for Sacramento here in the bottom of the third, making his first appearance of the series, batting 197, 3 doubles, a triple, 2 homers, and 8 runs batted in. First pitch from Santana is a breaking ball low, ball 1. Jackson to be followed by the center fielder Freddie Bynum, and then back to the top of the order, and Bobby Crosby. 1-0 offering on the way, and Jackson fouls it back. That one headed into one of the sweeps, and the count's even at 1 ball and 1 strike. Jackson was 4 for 10 on the just completed road trip to the Midwest for Sacramento to Omaha and Iowa. There's a swing and a miss at an inside fastball, and the count on Jackson is 1-2. Outfield shaded towards right for the right-hand batter. Now the wind by Santana. The pitch on the way. Breaking ball high, 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Santana, we mentioned, 5-1 at Arkansas. He won his first 5 starts for the Travelers. There's a curveball into the dirt, and that fills the count on Jackson at 3-2, including 7 shutout innings in his first start against Springfield, giving up just 4 hits. Now Santana's payoff pitch. Swinging a foul back over the screen, and it's still 3-2. His last outing for Arkansas, knowing that he could possibly get a start for the Angels, he was limited to 35 pitches, going 2 1/3 innings. Striking out 3, walking 1, not allowing a hit against Tulsa. 3-2 pitches lofted in the air towards right. Nick Cornell coming in is there to make the shoulder-high catch for out number 1. So Jackson retired, 1 away. That'll bring up Freddie Bynum, the center fielder. Want to say hi to Andy, listening over at St. Joseph's in Salt Lake City. Here's Freddie Bynum batting .226, 6 doubles, 2 triples, 1 homer, and 18 runs batted in. Bynum 2 for 7 in the series. One of those 2, a grand slam last night. Pitch on the way. Low and inside as Bynum skips rope to get out of the way. Ball 1. 1-0 the count. In fact, Santana only gave up 1 earned run in his first 3 starts this year for Arkansas. His only loss came against Corpus Christi on the 8th of May. Gave up just 3 runs on 8 hits and 6 2/3 innings with a season-high 9 strikeout. As Bynum takes a fastball low and outside, and the count's 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes. Again, Santana about 50-50 balls and strikes so far. There's a pitch right down the middle for a strike, 2-1. We're only in the 3rd, 1 out in, and he's already thrown 43 pitches. Now Santana's 2-1. Started after it did Bynum, but he held up on the high fastball, and the count's 3-1. River Cats have had the only base runner, that on a 2-out walk to Mike Rouse last inning. 3-1 pitch to Bynum here. Fastball strike on the outside corner at the belt, 3-2, as Bynum had taken a step towards first and was ready to toss his bat aside, thinking that was ball 4. Instead, he has to step right back into the batter's box and face the 3-2 from Santana. Going on, short liner, backhanded stop by Matrenga, gets up and throws to first. Got him on a close play. A sinking liner, Matrenga making a nice backhanded stop on his knees to his right. Quickly got up, threw a shot to first, and Casey Smith with a good dig out over there, and they nipped Bynum by an eyelash. So 2 up, 2 down in the River Cat 3rd. To the top of the order now, and Bobby Crosby, who popped up to David Matrenga in shallow left field his first time up. Crosby, the American League Rookie of the Year last season. He hit only .239, but had 34 doubles, 22 homers, and 64 runs batted in. First pitch to Crosby is a breaking ball, low ball 1. The 22 home runs tied for the second most ever by a Major League rookie. Ron Hansen with Baltimore had 22 in 1960. There's a slow curve over at the knees, a strike 1-1. The rookie record is held by Nomar with 30 in 1997. Now the pitch. Swung out and fouled. First base side out of play. I should clarify that. Say by rookie shortstops. It's also the 3rd most by an A's rookie behind McGuire and Canseco. The 1-2. Fastball inside as Crosby backs away, and the count's even at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. That was Santana's 50th pitch already. 2-2 pitch, curveball to dirt, ball 3. All 3 batters who have come up in this inning, and 4 out of the last 5, and 5 altogether out of 10 have gone to a full count. Chris Butchek last night for the Angels, 4 scoreless innings of relief for his first professional save. 3-2 pitch, Crosby swings and he pops it up. On the right side of the infield, Casey Smith gives way to the second baseman Sorensen, who makes the catch about halfway between first and second. And that'll do it for the River Cats in the 3rd. So 1-2-3, nothing across. We'll head to the 4th. Still Stingers nothing, and Sacramento nothing on ESPN 1230.
More Stingers baseball after this on ESPN 1230 AM.
Boys, hey, Mikey, is that you? Where's your baseball cap?
Wow, you not only have hair, but you have pretty hair.
Can a guy just get a haircut?
Come into Great Clips and everyone starts talking. Our stylists know all the latest styles, tips, and techniques, so you'll leave with a haircut that's sure to get you some attention.
Sashay your little coiffed self on up to the bar and grab us a couple of brewskis there, Big Mike.
Great Clips. Great haircuts every time, everywhere.
You actually have some really buff cheekbones there, Mikey.
Great Clips sponsors the Utah Jazz Courtside Kent. See salons for details.
Springtime's just around the corner, And now's the time to spring into new ATV action. Escape Motorsports is here to help because right now, every new super sporty, super tough Yamaha ATV can be yours for as low as $39 a month for the first 24 months. And you'll even get up to $200 cash back on select models. Sport or utility, hard charging or hard working, Escape Motorsports has the ATV you want and a fantastic deal. But hurry, this offer ends soon. Escape Motorsports, 1480 North State in Provo. Finance offer good through 5/31/05 on new 2005 or new prior year Yamaha motorcycle, ATV, or scooter excluding FJR and Rhino models on Yamaha card. Subject to credit approval. Reduced rate as low as 4.9% APR, $39 monthly payment good for 24 months if account is kept current. Maximum amount finance $8,000. Thereafter, the standard rate up to 21.99% APR will apply and minimum monthly payments will be required. Default rate 24.99%. Minimum finance charge $1. See dealer for details and age recommendations. Yamaha recommends an approved trading force. Escape Motorsports.
We go to the fourth inning of a 0-0 ball game. Each team still looking for its first hit. Top of the order for the Stingers, Chris Prieto to lead things off. He popped up to the shortstop Rouse's first time up. Swings at the first pitch and lines one fair down the right field line. Watson giving chase into the corner. Prieto takes the turn at first and heads on into second base with a stand-up double. There's the first hit of the ball game. Prieto with his 8th two-bagger of the year, and the Stingers have a runner in scoring position now with nobody out. That'll bring up Jack Sorensen, who fouled out to Colomarino, the first baseman, his initial time up. For Prieto, that gives him now a 4-game hitting streak. Corners pitching in, expecting a bunt from Sorensen. Smith in on the cutaway at third. Even with the bag at first is Colomarino. The shortstop Rouse in behind the runner Prieto to try to keep him close. The pitch. Sorensen shows bunt and takes a strike on the outside corner at the belt. 0-1. 0-1 the count on Zach. Dino Evil coaching the Stingers over at third base. The pitch. Bunted by Sorensen. Back towards the mound. Glenn, the bare hand pickup and throw to first. Just in time for the out. Successful sacrifice by Sorensen moves Prieto to third. 1-3 on the putout. One away. That'll bring up Casey Kotzman. So it's up to Kotzman and or Allen to bring home the first run of the ball game. Kotzman flied out to Watson in right. His first time up. The runner at third, 1 out in the 0-0 ball game in the fourth. Tony DeFrancesco will play his infield in. Now Glenn from the stretch ready, and the pitch. Bird ball into the dirt. Blocked by the catcher Jackson, and the count's 1-0. 1 ball, no strikes. Kotzman with 26 runs batted in. Third on the ball club in that department. Glenn from the stretch ready. The 1-0. Kotzman swings, grounds one to third. Up with it, Smith throws to the plate. They've got Prieto hung up. Now they're going to run Prieto towards home plate. They're going to keep in the rundown long enough for Kotzman to come maybe all the way around to third. No, he's going to put the brakes on, go to second, and finally Colomarino puts the tag on Prieto. The River Cats were playing catch along the third baseline. They didn't do the rundown very well, but they wind up getting the out on Prieto. I believe it was 5-2-6-3. So Kotzman at second base now with 2 out as the contact play was on. As soon as the ball was hit, Prieto was on the move. Got caught on the rundown, but again stayed in it long enough to where he was able to allow Kotzman to go to second base. Casey took a wide turn at second, thought about third, but then the rundown started to go back toward third, so he wisely put on the brakes and went back to second base. So now it's up to Luke Allen with a runner at second, 2 out. Luke robbed of extra bases by Jack Cust in the second inning, and the curveball misses low, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes, the count on Allen. Outfield straight away for Luke. The second baseman, Beatty, a couple of steps back on the outfield grass. Low and inside, a breaking ball. Allen skipped rope to get out of the way. 2-0. Again, first base is open with a left-handed batter facing the righty, Glenn. And the right hand hitting Nick Gorneau on deck. 2 balls, no strikes. Now Glenn from the stretch ready to glance towards second. The pitch home. Swung on, looped into left field. That's going to land for a base hit. Here comes Kochman. Here comes Cuss, throw to the plate, and it bounces high, and the tag is made. He's out. That'll be a 7-2 put out on Kochman. It wasn't a very good throw, but Casey doesn't run all that well and was thrown out the plate. The throw bounced high. The catcher, Jackson, caught it about 3 feet behind home plate, but still had time to bring it forward and apply the tag to the sliding Kochman. So out of all that, no runs, 2 hits, no errors, 1 left. Things just never seem to go well for the Stingers in this ballpark. We go to the bottom of the 4th, still no score on ESPN 1230.
Accidents happen. And when they do, there's a name you already know. Larry H. Miller. The Larry H. Miller Collision Centers in downtown Salt Lake Marion Center feature an exclusive 10-step program designed to get your car back on the road quickly. You'll start by receiving an estimate on the spot right after your vehicle is delivered. We'll go over the estimate with you and answer any of your questions. Plus, we'll help with arranging a rental car for you. When it comes to actual collision repair, Genesis, our laser-guided system, ensures 99.9% accuracy in returning your car to pre-accident condition. We perform all necessary metal work, painting, and clear coating to meet factory specs, and then thoroughly detail your vehicle and deliver it on time and to your satisfaction, guaranteed. From the smallest dents to the biggest accident. Trust the name you already know. Larry H. Miller Collision Centers in Salt Lake, Sandy, and Myrtle. After all, you know this guy.
Hi, this is Ned Siegfried of Siegfried & Jensen. We all know Utah is a great sports state. At Siegfried & Jensen, we have important sponsorship relationships with several college teams throughout the state, as well as with many of the professional teams, including the Jazz, the Stingers, the Grizzlies, and Real Salt Lake. In sports, winning is important. The same is true if you're injured in an accident. To help ensure victory, you need a winning legal team on your side. If you've been injured, call Siegfried & Jensen at 1-800-INJURED. That's 1-800-INJURED. Siegfried & Jensen.
All right, we go to the bottom of the 4th inning, and somehow it's still a 0-0 ball game. Andrew Beatty, Matt Watson, and Jack Custu up as the Stingers ran themselves out of an inning in the top of the 4th. Beatty struck out swinging his first time up against Urban Santana. First pitch out the way from Santana, and it's a change-up strike under the letters, 0-1. Don't forget, when you attend a Stingers game, all kids under 12 can ride the train out of the sidewalk burn for just $1, sponsored by Utah Venture Capital. There's a change-up outside to even the count at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike the count on Beatty, with Watson and Cuss to follow. The pitch. Swinging a ground ball on 2 hops to first, scooped up by Casey Smith, who will take it 2 steps to the bag for out number 1. Beatty retired. That'll bring up Matt Watson. So 1 out. Watson grounded out to Smith, his first time up. So 1 out, nobody on base. The pitch. Curve ball inside at the belt. Ball 1 to Watson. No runs, 2 hits for the Stingers. No runs, no hits for Sacramento. The pitch. Swinging a foul back over the screen and out of play, and that evens the count at 1-1. Last year, Watson hit .305 for Sacramento. 19 homers, 96 runs batted in, which tied for 6th in the Pacific Coast League. The 1-1 offering, a breaking ball over for a strike, and it's 1-2. The 19 homers and 96 RBI, also career highs for Watson. Now the 1-2 from Santana. Fastball up and in. Leans the left-hand batter back out of the way, and that evens the count at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And the Stingers back home Tuesday night for the final 6:30 game of the year against the Portland Beavers. 2-2 delivery, swinging a foul back into the screen, still 2-2. Then Wednesday night on, all single night games get underway at 7 o'clock. Thursday is a twilight doubleheader against Portland to make up for a rainout earlier this season. Now the 2-2. Swinging a broken back grounder past the mound. The shortstop Matranga charges, glove, throws on the run, and gets Watson by a half step. The barrel of the bat ends up near the feet of Irvin Santana. The 2 up, 2 down here in the Sacramento fourth. That'll bring up Jack Cust. Robbed of a hit on a diving catch by Zach Sorensen at second base his last time up. Soft liner that he made the lunge to his right and made a great backhand grab of. There have been some pretty good defensive plays in this ball game on both sides. That's why it's still a 0-0 ball game here in the bottom of the fourth. Now 2 out, nobody on. The first pitch to Cust. Outside ball 1. He's had a hand in it with a great running backhand catch to take extra bases away from Luke Allen in the second inning, and then had the throw to the plate to Dale Kochman in the top of this inning. Swing and a miss at a sinking fastball, and the count's 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Outfield shaded towards left for Cust. Now the wind by Santana, the pitch. Swing a ground ball, right side, a nice convenient 2 knee-high hop on the second bounce for Zach Sorensen. He'll glove it and throw to first. And it's a 1-2-3-4th inning for Irvin Santana. We'll head to the 5th. It's still the Stingers nothing, Sacramento nothing on ESPN 1230.
More Stingers baseball after this on ESPN 1230 AM. KHUS Murray, Salt Lake City. This is ESPN Radio AM 1230. Worldwide leader in sports. A Citadel Broadcasting Station. Play ball!
When the game's on the line and the home crowd's getting restless, there's only one thing you want to see at the plate. Carl Budding thin sliced meats. With 9 great flavors like honey ham, oven roasted turkey, and corned beef, Budding has the variety to handle anything your team throws at it. Convenience like that is always a game winner. And you know you can count on Budding to deliver plenty of power in the taste department. So pencil Carl Budding into your lineup for a home run every time.
Where can you find the Utah Jazz sitting next to the Boston Red Sox, sitting next to the Denver Broncos, just down the road of BYU? Fans! Only at Fans can you find the newest and freshest sports gear from all the great college and pro teams. Looking for a Utah Jazz jersey featuring the new colors? Fans has it. Fans has it. Trying to find a fitted baseball cap featuring your favorite team logo? Fans is the place. Fans is the place. Whether you're looking for hats, shirts, sweatshirts, hoodies, jackets, warm-ups, jerseys, or duffel bags, you'll find it at Fans. You'll find it at Fans. Plus, Fans even has fun logoed sports gear and memorabilia, including signed basketballs, footballs, and jerseys from the best players. And remember, for all the new Utah Jazz gear, get to Fans for jerseys, golf shirts, t-shirts, hats, sweatshirts, and warm-up gear featuring the new blue and white Jazz colors. Open 6 days a week in the Delta Center and all major malls across the Wasatch Front. Fans.
Gorno on the first pitch in the top of the 5th. Grounds one right through the middle and into center field. A base hit. That ball may have deflected off the bottom of the mitt of Ryan Glenn, but the Stingers get their leadoff man aboard here in the 5th. Well, they're starting to get the pitches they can hit off of Ryan Glenn, but so far they've had 2 base runners thrown out, 1 at the plate, 1 caught in a rundown between third and home. Now here's David Matranga, who struck out swinging his first time up. Infield, double play, depth behind Glenn as the throw to first base. Sends Gorno back. For every Stingers home run this year, Siegfried and Jensen will donate $100 to the Utah Special Olympics. Siegfried and Jensen, the law firm for accident victims. Stingers with 41 home runs so far this year, making the Total donation so far, $4,100. Now the pitch to Matringa. Striking under the letters, and the count's 0-1. Our fifth inning, middle of the game reset of the Sacramento defensive alignment. Jack Cuff, Freddie Bynum, Matt Watson in left center and right. Bobby Smith at third, Mike Rouse at short. Andrew Beatty at second, and Brent Colamarino at first. A battery of Ryan Glynn pitching, and Steve Jackson catching. The one strike to Matringa. Breaking ball misses low, and the count's even at 1 ball and 1 strike. Glynn on the mound, 47 Major League appearances, 37 of them starts with Texas and Toronto. A 9-16 lifetime record with the Rangers and Blue Jays. 1-0 with Toronto last season in 6 appearances. Throw to first, and Gorneau dives back in safely. Originally a 4th-round pick of the Rangers out of VMI, Virginia Military Institute, back in 1995. 1 ball, 1 strike on Matringa. Again the throw to first, and again Gorneau is back. Glynn's last start, he took the loss at Iowa, giving up 2 runs on 5 hits in 7 innings. Struck out 5 and walked only 1. His victory came against Omaha on the 19th. The 1-1 pitch, Matringa jumps out of the way of an inside fastball. The count's 2-1. Two balls, 1 strike, the count on David. Gorneau, the runner at first base. 2-1. Maybe you count the Stingers may hit and run on. Nope. Gorneau holds his ground as the pitch is inside. Ball 3 as Matringa jackknifes to get out of the way. 3-1 the count on David, with Adam Pavkovich due next. Lynn stares in, gets his sign from Jackson. The right-hander ready to 3-1. The runner goes. The pitch is low, ball 4. That is the first walk issued by Ryan Glynn, and the Stingers now have runners at first and second base with nobody out for Adam Pavkovich. Pavkovich struck out swinging his first time up. Again, Adam comes into this ball game with a 9-game hitting streak working. Now the third baseman, Smith, halfway between the bag and the mound, having a conversation with the pitcher, Glynn. Discuss the situation on a bunt to the third base side. Will the wheel play be on, or will Smith stay back to take a potential throw from Glynn? Pavkovich on the season with 3 successful sacrifice bunts. Gorneau, the runner at second base. Matringa over at first. Glynn ready in the pitch. No sign of a bunt. Pavkovich swings. It's a fly ball center field. Underneath it, Bynum makes the catch, and the runners hold. So Dino Evil disdains the bunt that time, and Pavkovich swings at the first pitch and flies out. 1 away. That'll bring up Ryan Buddy, who struck out swinging his first time up. And it's not like the Stingers haven't had their opportunities in this one. But so far, they have been unable to convert. Couldn't score off the leadoff double last inning, and here runners at first and second, nobody out. 1 out later, they are still at first and second. Now Glynn ready, and the first pitch to Buddy. Ryan swings and pops it up. Up the third baseline into foul territory, and it drops. Glynn tried to take charge. The pitcher trying to make the play, and he lost it in the sun. So a break for Buddy. Is that strike 1? Well, let's see if Buddy can take advantage of the new lease on life. With runners at first and second base, 1 out. The outfield straight away.
Spend a lot of years to figure it all out. Find a different answer
Now Glenn stares in, gets his sign from Jackson, the 0-1. Buddy takes a curveball outside. Ball 1-1 the count. Let's see if that play causes things to unravel for Glenn. Angels scored 4 runs in the third to go up 4-1 on Kansas City. A bases loaded triple by Steve Finley, who scored on the play on an error by the right fielder, Stairs. 1 ball, 1 strike, the pitch. But he swings and fouls it off the top of the screen, and the count's 1-2.
Little children.
1 ball, 2 strikes the count. We're in the top of the 5th inning, no scores. Stingers with 3 hits and the River Cats with none. One and 2 the count on Ryan Buddy. And this is his first game of this series. Now Glenn stares in, gets his sign. The right-hander sets. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss at a breaking ball. He struck him out. Strikeout number 5 for Ryan Glenn. There's 2 down here in the 5th. Now it's up to Casey Smith if the Stingers are going to take advantage of their scoring opportunity in this inning. Casey flied out to right his first time up. Outfield shading Casey towards right. Smith waiting as the first pitch comes home. Swing and a foul. That's back deep into the seats to our right, and a nice catch made by a fan down below. 0-1 the count. And the Stingers home Saturday night to take out the Sacramento River Cats. The first 2,500 fans entering the ballpark will receive a complete set of 2005 Stingers baseball cards. The 0-1 to Smith, sinks down low for a ball, and that evens the count at 1-1. And on Friday night, the final game of the series with Portland, the first 2,500 fans receive a deck of Stingers playing cards. 1 ball, 1 strike, the count on Smith, the pitch. Swing and a tap foul as he was out in front of a 71-mile-per-hour changeup. The count on Casey, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Stingers need a 2-out hit here to avoid wasting a first and second nobody out situation. One ball, 2 strikes on Smith. Glenn ready. Here's the pitch. Line, but at the first baseman, Colamarino reaches above his cap to make the catch, and that retires the side. No runs, 1 hit. 2 runners left on base. We're halfway through the scheduled 9-rounder. The Stingers nothing, the River Cats nothing on ESPN 1230.
SOS Staffing Services is a proud sponsor of Utah Jazz basketball. SOS Staffing Services is celebrating 30 years of helping Utah businesses put their best team on the court each day. SOS is suited up with cutting-edge technology in all areas of employee testing, so that when your team member arrives to work, you can be assured that they've been tested and screened to meet your team's high expectations. SOS Staffing Services also offers comprehensive background and drug testing solutions for your team members and for ours. So when you're out-of-town staffing services call your company, don't forget that with 25 offices located from St. George to Logan, SOS Staffing Services is Utah's home team.
Phone Directories Company, a Utah-based company serving Utah communities with great books for over 35 years. Phone books with more usable information, menu guides, coupons, recreation information, area maps, and more. Great directories that have everything you need and always feature our award-winning covers. You can find us serving every county in Utah. Phone Directories Company, great people, great books, great results. For advertising information, call 1-800-228-0801.
0 to 60 in 4.9. The University of Utah Federal Credit Union's auto loans are going fast. This is Phil Reeson. At 4.9% APR for up to 60 months, you need to zoom in today to refinance your high-interest bank auto loan or finance the purchase of a new or used vehicle. In just minutes, you can arrange for low monthly payments and lock in a rate as low as 4.9% APR for up to 60 months. And for a limited time, get up to a $100 cash bonus. Speed on down to the University Federal Credit Union today.
Now, back to more Stingers baseball on ESPN 1230 AM.
Brad Colamarino to lead things off here in the fifth inning for the Sacramento River Cats at a 0-0 ball game. Time called as the ball gets away down in the left field corner. And Luke Allen has to give chase. Colamarino popped to short his first time up. Appeared in 46 games at AA Midland to start the season. Hit .321 there with 13 doubles, 4 triples, 10 homers, and 45 runs batted in. First pitch from Santana on the way, and it's a breaking ball inside, ball one. 1-0 the count on the left-hand batter with Mike Rouse and Bobby Smith to follow the 5, 6, and 7 hitters in the Sacramento order. There's a change-up strike in the outside corner above the knees, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike the count on Colamarino as the pitch comes home. A liner inside at the knees, a ball, 2-1 defensively for the Stingers in our middle of the game, fifth inning reset. Luke Allen in left, Chris Prieto in center, Nick Corneau in right. We'll give you the infield after the 2-1. Change up outside, ball 3, 3-1 the count. Adam Paskovich at third, David Matrenga at short, Zach Sorensen at second, and Casey Smith at first. A battery of Urban Santana pitching and Ryan Buddy catching. The 3-1 fastball misses outside, ball 4, and the River Cats have their second base runner of the ball game. On a walk to Colamarino. Jogs on down to first, and that'll bring up Mike Rouse, who was the other River Cat base runner, as he picked up a walk with 2 outs in the second inning. Well, in a 0-0 ball game here in the fifth, let's see if Tony DeFrancisco has Rouse bunting here. Paskovich already in on the edge of the cutaway at third. Santana with a turn and the toss to first, and Colamarino is back. Colamarino stole only 1 base all of last year, and that was at single A. Infield double play depth behind Santana, except for Paskovich. The pitch. Rouse punts and pushes it foul. Over towards the third base dugout for strike 1. 0-1 the count. Rouse, a left-handed batter. Outfield shaded towards left. Now Santana ready. The pitch. Rouse shows bunt, takes outside for a ball, 1-1. 71 pitches for Santana, 38 strikes, 33 balls. Now the right-hander Santana ready. The pitch. Bunt at first base side, and that's going to curl foul about halfway up the line from home plate, and the count's 1-2. Santana, again, just 22 years old, but in his 5th professional season. 2 years ago at Rancho, he led the California League in earned run average at 2.53 and in batting average against at 212. Did appear in 4 starts for Provo back in 2001, going 2-1. Now Santana ready, the 1-2 to Rouse. Swung on and lifted in the air towards left center field. Chris Prieto calls off Luke Allen and makes the catch for out number 1. So Rouse unable to move the runner over. Flies out, and that brings up Bobby Smith, who struck out swinging his first time up. Smith in his 14th professional season. This is his 6th AAA club, but his first in the Pacific Coast League. He is from Oakland. Smith has played for Richmond, Durham, Indianapolis, Columbus, and Charlotte. Santana's pitch, swing and a miss at a fastball, strike 1. 0-1 the count. with 2 this year. Smith now with 151 career home runs. The 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss at a slider, and the count's 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes the count. Smith also has played 258 Major League games, all with Tampa Bay, between 1998 and 2002. Now the 2-strike pitch, instead the turn of the toss to first. Drives Polo Marino back to the bag. 0-2 the count on Smith. Steve Jackson, the catcher, due next as the 2-strike pitch comes home from Santana. Fastball up and in. Spins Smith around. The count's 1-2.
10-12.
Last year, Smith with his highest production ever at Charlotte, the White Sox AAA affiliate. 28 homers, 89 runs batted in 134 games for the Knights. 1-2 pitch on the way. Swinging a broken bat, roller to short. Up with it, Petranca to second for 1. The relay by Sorensen in plenty of time for the inning-ending double play. 6-4-3, and with that, no runs, no hits, nobody left on base. After 5, it's still the Stingers nothing, Sacramento nothing on ESPN 1230.
Owning my own dry cleaning shop, I'm all about fast business.
Dave Denton, Zions Bank SBA Express customer.
As a small business owner, I've got a million things taking up my time.
Did you get machine 6 up and running?
Yeah, just fixed it. People want their clothes done right, and they want them done now. And I wanted my SBA loan the same way. Quick, convenient, and competitive.
Zions Bank is now offering SBA Express loans as low as 8.75%.
The people at Zions Bank know I don't have a lot of time, so they make it easy.
The SBA Express loan involves less paperwork, and all SBA fees are waived for the life of the loan.
And with my SBA Express debit card, I get money when I need it most.
Hey, Dave, Bill Brady's on 3.
Thanks, tell him I'll be right there. I tell you, when it comes to getting fast, competitive funding from someone who actually knows your business, you can't beat Zions Bank. They've been a top SBA lender for years, which means they'll be around as long as I need them.
For more information, call 1-877-315-0190 or visit ZionsBank.com. Zions Bank. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender. Credit approval required. SBA fees waived for loans less than $150,000.
Wiener Schnitzel is proud to be the official hot dog of the Salt Lake Stingers. And to prove our love, we've got an exciting offer for all you baseball fans. It's Mini Mania Month at Wiener Schnitzel. Right now, you can get our new Mini Chili Dog for just 69 cents. Plus, come into Wiener Schnitzel and you can win a Mini Cooper or other great mini prizes. Think about that, over a couple of Mini Chili Dogs. So stop by any of the many Utah Wiener Schnitzel locations for some Mini Chili Dogs. But hurry, Mini Mania lasts only for a mini time. Only at Wiener Schnitzel, the world's largest hot dog chain.
Now, back to more Stingers baseball on ESPN 1230 AM.
All right, we go to the 6th inning. Still a 0-0 game. Top of the order due up the Stingers. Chris Prieto, Zach Sorensen, and Casey Kochman. Prieto doubled to right his last time up. Advanced to third on a bunt, but was caught in a rundown and tagged out at the plate. On a Casey Kochman ground ball to third. No score here in the 6th to pitch. Prieto runs up, showing bunt, taking a curveball low, ball 1. No, 1 ball, no strikes to count. Now the pitch, a fastball high, ball 2. 2-0 the count on Prieto. It's also time for our 6th inning update of the Alvarez scoreboard. The pitch, fastball strike, held high on the outside half of the plate. The count on Chris is 2-1. 1-888 USA Abra for auto body repair as well as windshield cracks and replacement. 2-1 pitch, a sinker low, ball 3. 3-1 to count. Bobby Smith in on the edge of the grass at third, just in case Prieto lays one down. Now Glenn's 3-1 to Prieto. Swung on and lifted foul. Third base side, onto the roof. And the count is full at 3-2. If this laptop continues to give me the troubles that it's been giving me today, it may wind up down on the lower deck before the night's out, or the day is out, rather. 3 balls, 2 strikes. The payoff pitch to Prieto. Swung on in line to the left field, a base hit. Good piece of hitting by Chris going the other way. Fielded on the second hop by Cust, and Prieto has his second hit of the ball game. So here's Zach Sorensen, who laid down a sacrifice bunt his last time up. At Nashville in the 8th, the Sounds lead New Orleans by a score of 4-3. Prince Fielder putting the Sounds ahead in the bottom of the 6th with his 9th home run of the year. Round Rock trying to snap a 6-game losing streak, scored 3 in the bottom of the 7th. Iowa batting in the top of the 8th, now trailing the Express 3-2. Throw to first base into the dirt, scooped up by Colomarino. Smith in at third. The runner at first base being held on by Colomarino. First of 2 at Colorado Springs. Portland a winner over the Sky Sox 3-1. Again the throw to first, and again Prieto dives back in head first. Chris 10 out of 12 in the stolen base department this year. Later on, Tacoma at Fresno, Las Vegas at Tucson for a pair. Oklahoma visits Memphis, and Albuquerque hosts Omaha. Now Glenn ready. The first pitch to Sorensen. He bunts it foul. Back into the left of home plate. Strike one. In the top of the 5th at Anaheim, the Angels lead Kansas City 4-2. Mark Tia has just hit his second home run of the year for Kansas City to pull the Royals to within 2. Again, Boston and the Yankees later on tonight. Boston with a 17-1 thrashing of the Pinstripers yesterday, pounding out 27 hits. Now the 1-strike pitch to Sorensen. Again the throw to first. This time Prieto able to get back in, standing up. Cleveland down Oakland 6-2 as the A's troubles continue. Roy Halladay, a 2-hitter, as Toronto shuts out the Twins 4-0. Adams and Wells homer for Toronto. Glenn ready, the 0-1. No sign of a bunt. An off-speed pitch in under the letters for a strike, and the count on Sorensen's 0-2. Detroit rallied with 6 in the 7th to beat Baltimore 8-6. Texas pounded Chicago 12-4. John Garland drops to 8-2. And Seattle rallies with 1 in the 7th, 4 in the 8th, and 1 in the 9th to beat Tampa Bay 10-9 at St. Petersburg. Now the pitch, Sorensen swings and misses at a 91-mile-per-hour fastball, and Sorensen unable to move the runner over. That is strikeout number 6 for Ryan Glenn. Now here's Kochman, who's 0 for 2. In the National League, the Cubs have defeated Colorado 11-6. Roberto Novoa gets the win for Chicago. Todd Walker hits his first home run of the year for the Cubs. First pitch to Kochman, fastball down the middle at the belt for a strike, and it's 0-1. Bottom of the 4th at San Francisco, the slumping Giants trail San Diego 3-1. Dodgers 4, Diamondbacks nothing in the bottom of the 2nd. Arizona's fallen a game and a half behind the Padres in the National League West. Go to first again as Glenn keeps an eye on Prieto over at first. Braves rout the Phillies 7-2. The Marlins rally with 5 runs in the 7th to top the Mets 6-3. Carlos Delgado with his 9th home run for the Fighting Fish. Reds pound the Pirates 11-2. Houston edged Milwaukee 2-1. Swing and a miss at a fastball up and in. And the count on Kotzman's 0-2. And Washington held on to beat St. Louis 3-2 as Levon Hernandez at 8-2 outtools Chris Carpenter 7-3. Here it's 0-0 in the top of the 6th. Now Glenn ready to pitch. Kotzman swings, lifts it in the air towards left center field. Finding the center fielder over and under, and he'll put it away for out number 2. So 2 out. Prieto back to first. He led off the inning with a single. 2 outs later, he's still at first base for Luke Allen. Allen 1 for 2. Single to left his last time up, but that was the base hit that saw Casey Kotzman get thrown out at the plate trying to score from second base. As as this ballpark continues to be a house of horrors for the Stingers. 9 straight losses coming into this one in this ballpark. Glenn ready, and the first pitch to Allen. Swung on, lifted in the air to left center field again. Find him back. Cust is over there as well, and it's Cust, the left fielder, with the call and the catch to retire the side. No runs, 1 hit, and 1 runner was left on base. We go to the bottom of the 6th, and it's still the Stingers nothing, Sacramento nothing on ESPN 1230.
Drug and alcohol abuse, violence, and crime are among the top problems facing our children today. Prevention Dimensions, a nationally recognized program, gives students a strong foundation to resist substance abuse and violence.
Too freaky and drunk. Too violent and crime.
Prevention Dimensions. For more information, log on to utahpd.org.
Hi, I'm Steve Wright, a RealQuest business customer. My business, Right Way Construction, gets the right wireless plan from Quest.
With Quest Wireless, Wright gets great coverage and saves with ReadyLink walkie-talkie, a service that doesn't count against planned minutes. He also can communicate with up to 5 of his employees at the same time. If Right Way Construction can get the right wireless service from Quest, you can too.
Whether I'm contacting my crew or working with the customer, Quest makes it easy to keep in touch.
Now receive a free annual $49.20 ReadyLink capable wireless phone after a $50 mail-in rebate when you buy one at regular price. And you can get 2 months of unlimited ReadyLink free. Call 1-800-218-4445 or visit quest.com/smallbusiness to sign up today. That's our spirit of service in action. ReadyLink regular monthly fee is $10 plus taxes and surcharges. ReadyLink is a trademark of Sprint Corporation. This annual offer requires a 2-year agreement and ends 7/9/05. Wireless service not available in all areas. Other restrictions apply. Call for complete details.
Now, back to more Stingers baseball on ESPN 1230 AM.
We go to the bottom of the here on Friday night. And he had the grand slam to help put the game away yesterday. The 0-1. Swinging a foul. He just got a piece of it, sending it back to the base of the screen. As he flailed at the 82-mile-per-hour changeup, and the count on Bynum is 0-2. No balls. 2 strikes to count. Now Santana's pitch. He went around on a breaking ball again. Back-to-back punch-outs for Santana. There's 2 outs here in the 6th. That was his 84th pitch. Here's Bobby Crosby, who's popped up twice. Once to short and once to second. Then he's rehabbing a stress fracture in his rib. Speaking of rehab assignments, Frank Thomas, the big hurt, has ended his. And will be activated by the White Sox tomorrow as they need some bat. There's a strike on the inside corner at the knees, 0-1. Thomas got off to a hot start, but wound up going with a 190 batting average at Charlotte. There's a curveball strike at the knees, 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Now the line by Santana, the pitch. Breaking ball rather in the dirt, 1-2 the count. Joe Creedy, Juan Uribe went into today's game for the White Sox in 4 for 45 streaks. Aaron Rowan, 5 for 28. Carl Everett, 10 for 65. 1-2 pitch on the way. Swung on, a little flare to right field. Sorensen back, and he makes the over-the-shoulder catch, turning his head away at the last moment with the bright sunshine. A tough play by Sorensen, and the end of 6. It's still the Stingers nothing, Sacramento nothing on ESPN 1230.
Junior Banana Split. Sonic's got it, others don't.
Right now, treat yourself to Sonic's 99-cent Junior Banana Split. It's almost half the size, but with all the taste, for just 99 cents. Try one today, or to satisfy your late-night cravings, try one tonight. Because Sonic's open till at least midnight all summer long. The 99-cent Junior Banana Split at participating Sonic drive-ins. It's not just good, it's Sonic good.
I don't see it in there. Nope, not in there either. Have you been looking all over for a credit card with a low interest rate and great benefits? Well, look over here. Isn't it amazing? It's the Cypress Credit Union Visa Platinum Credit Card. The Cypress Visa Platinum Credit Card has a low 8.9% APR on approved credit. And as a Platinum Preferred cardholder, you receive a reward every time you use your card for purchases. Earn points toward airline miles and brand name merchandise, plus travel insurance and more. Summer is here, and a low-rate, no-annual fee Cypress Visa could sure help you take a great vacation. So apply today for a Cypress Credit Union Visa Platinum Credit Card with a low 8.9% APR. You can apply online at cypressbu.com or call our lending center at 260-7700.
Cypress Credit Union, with futures of futures.
We go to the seventh inning, no score. No runs, 4 hits, no errors for the Stingers. No runs, no hit, no errors for the River Cats. The Stingers have left 4 runners on base. The River Cats have stranded 1. Urban Santana in his AAA debut, 6 scoreless innings, hitless innings. He has struck out 4 and walked 2. Nick Corneau to lead things off, and he swings at the ground ball towards the hole. A diving backhand snap by Crosby. Gets up, throws to first, but not in time. Nick Corneau legs out an infield single, and for the 4th straight inning, the Stingers get their leadoff man on base. Now they need to be able to do something with it. Here's David Matrenga, who has struck out and walked in 2 plate appearances. That, by the way, that recap was your Zions Bank 7th inning game summary. At Zions Bank, they haven't forgotten who keeps them in business. So runner at first base, nobody out. Smith pinching in at third, the turn of the toss to first. Sends Corneau back. Nick now with 2 hits in the ball game. Outfield straight away for Matrenka. If he lays one down to try to advance the runner. Lynn set the pitch. Matrenga squares around and takes a breaking ball low, ball 1. Matrenga with 2 successful sacrifice bunts. Stingers already with 20 of them this year. Want to know the count. Lynn looking in. Again the throw to first and back in safely is Corneau. Nick 0 for 4 in the stolen base department this year. One ball, no strikes the count. Again the throw to first and the runner is back. Most sacrifice bunts in a single season, 38 for the Stingers, and they already have 21. They have one today by Zach Sorensen in the 4th inning. Al Glenn ready, the pitch. There goes the runner, and the pitch is lofted into left center field. Coming in and over is Bynum to make the catch for out number 1. Back to first goes Corneau as the Stingers again unable to advance the runner. Here's Adam Pavkovich, who's 0 for 2. He has struck out and fly to center field in his 2 plate appearances. As Dino disdained the bunt on Pavkovich in the 5th with runners at first and second, nobody out, and Adam flied out to center field. A runner at first base, 1 out here in the top of the 7th inning of a 0-0 game. Pavkovich still needing a hit to extend his streak to 10 straight games. There's a pitch, swing, and a fastball to foul back, strike 1. Left-hander Ron Flores throwing in the River Cats bullpen. Nothing but zeros on the board to this point. Much like the game here on Friday, which the River Cats scored a run in the bottom of the ninth for a 1-0 win. An unearned run at that. There's a breaking ball into the dirt. Blocked by the catcher Jackson, and the count's even at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike to count. Angels now leading Kansas City 7-2 in the fifth. Scored 14 on the Royals yesterday after the 5-run rally to tie and the Dallas McPherson homer in the 10th to beat Kansas City on Friday. Throw to first, and Gorneau is back in, standing up.
All these are birth pains.
And the Stingers have had their chances here in this one, but have been unable to cash in. Again, 4 straight innings their leadoff man has gotten on base, but have not been able to move him around. The pitch, swing and a tap foul as Pavkovich was out in front of a changeup. Now he's behind in the count, 1-2. Again, the lefty Flores throwing in the bullpen. And at the top of the order, the Stingers have 3 left-handed batters and a switch hitter due up. Infield double play depth behind the pitcher Glenn. He stares in to the catcher Jackson. Still staring in. Now comes Seth. The right-hander ready, and the 1-2 pitch. Curve ball low, 2-2 the count. Friday night, the matchup was Dustin Mosley for the Stingers and Mario Ramos for Sacramento. Today, Ryan Glenn for the River Cats and Irvin Santana for Salt Lake. 2-2 the count on Pavkovich. Lynn's pitch. Swing and a miss at a sinker down and away. He struck him out. Strikeout number 7 for Glenn. 2 away. And the batter will be Ryan Buddy, who's been up twice and has struck out twice. 7 strikeouts equals Glenn's high as a River Cat. Runner at first base, 2 outs. No score, top of the 7th inning. Now time called as Glenn comes set. Now everybody ready. Gorneau the lead at first base. And the pitch. Fastball strike on the outside corner above the knees. 0-1 the count on Buddy, who's been up twice and has struck out twice in this one. Stingers have already been shut out 5 times this year. The 5th coming the other night in New Orleans. The 0-1 pitch. Strike at the knees, 0-2, or I should say the other night here. In that 1-0 loss. Buddy in the hole, 0-2. Now the wind is no longer a factor as Old Glory hangs limp on the flagpole out in right center field. No balls, 2 strikes the count. Lynn stares in, gets his sign from Jackson for the 0-2. Low and inside of all. 1-2 the count on Buddy. Gorneau led off the inning with a single. 2 outs later, he's still over at first. Lynn stares in, gets his sign from Jackson for the 1-2 pitch. Swung on and popped up. Shallow center field. Crosby out. Petey out. Crosby the call and the catch to retire the side. No runs. 1 hit. 1 runner left on base. 7th inning stretch time here in Sacramento. Brought to you by America First Credit Union with a score. Stingers nothing. Sacramento nothing on ESPN 1230.
More Stingers baseball after this on ESPN 1230 AM.
Drug and alcohol abuse, violence, and crime are among the top problems facing our children today. Prevention Dimensions, a nationally recognized program, gives students a strong foundation to resist substance abuse and violence.
Too freaky and drugs. Too violent and crime.
Prevention Dimensions. For more information, log on to utahpd.org.
At Abra Auto Body and Glass, we know how much you count on your vehicle. So when it needs repairs, body work, or a new windshield, where should you take it? Go to America's most recommended name in damaged vehicle repair. That's right. In an independent nationwide customer satisfaction survey, Abra Auto Body and Glass was the company most recommended to family and friends for quality of work, customer communication, and overall service. Why? Maybe it's our commitment to safety. Abra spends more to train our technicians than anyone else in the industry, and every repair meets our strict safety standards. Maybe it's our lifetime warranty that backs up all those repairs, or that Abra works with over 500 insurance companies nationwide to make your claims process a snap. Whatever the reason, Abra Auto Body and Glass is proud to be so highly regarded. Auto Body Repair of America. Abra, America's most recommended. Call 1-888-USA-ABRA to schedule an appointment.
All right, we go to the bottom of the seventh inning. Still a 0-0 ball game. Irvin Santana to face Andrew Beatty. Matt Watson and Jack Cuss, the 2, 3, and 4 hitters due up for the River Cats. Sacramento still looking for its first hit of the ball game. Santana has struck out 4 and walked 2. Dusty Bergman up in the Stingers bullpen. As the first pitch of the inning is the 89th delivered by Santana in the game, and it's a fastball outside of the knees, ball 1. Beatty has struck out swinging and grounded to first. Now the 1-0. Fastball, that just barely missed on the outside corner at the knees. And the count on Beatty is 2-0. Now the pitch. Fastball strike on the outside corner at the belt, 2-1. Matt Watson, Jack Cuss to follow here in the bottom of the seventh inning of a 0-0 game. Santana winds the 2-1. Swing and a foul back over our heads out of play. And the count is even at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Stingers with 5 hits in the game as the 2-2 pitch comes home. Swing and a miss. He struck him out on a slider. And there's one down here in the 7th. Strikeout number 5 for Santana. That is 93rd pitch. So 1 out. That'll bring up Matt Watson, who's grounded out twice. Once to first and once to short. Now Santana's pitch. Lined into right center field, racing over Prieto. Can't reach it, and it gets by him. It goes all the way to the 403 sign. Rounding second is Watson, and he's on his way to third with a triple. Prieto racing towards the alley, could not catch up with it. And for Watson, his second 3-base hit. That's the first hit of the ball game for the River Cats, and now they have the go-ahead run 90 feet away with 1 out. Here's Jack Cuss, who's lined out and grounded out at 2 plate appearances. So now the Stingers have to play the infield in. Outfield shaded towards left. Santana's pitch. Breaking ball low, ball 1. Want to know the count on Cuss with Cola Moreno due next. Santana ready, the pitch. Up high with a changeup, ball 2. 2-0 the count. Santana 4 pitches away from 100 on the game. 2 balls, no strikes. The right-hander's pitch. Swung on, and there it goes. Deep to right field. It's up there, it's out there, and it's gone. A 2-run home run for Jack Cust, and the River Cats take a 2-0 lead. The Stingers have several scoring opportunities. They're unable to cash in, and the River Cats do so on their very first. For Cust, his 10th home run, his 35th and 36th runs batted in. And the house of horrors that is Raley Field continues to be that for the Stingers. Brent Colomarino will be the batter. He is popped to short and walked in 2 plate appearances. Ryan Buddy out to talk with Santana. That could be all for him. They may be buying some time for Berkman down in the right field bullpen. Santana with a no-hitter for 6 1/3 innings, but then Watson triples and Cust hits a home run, and Dino Ebel pops out of the first base dugout. That will likely be all for Urban Santana. So Dino making his way out to the mound. Dusty Berkman's ready to go in the Salt Lake bullpen. So the discussion right now on the mound, Dino may wait for Ryan West, the home plate umpire, to get out there before he makes his signal to right field. And that's going to be all for Urban Santana, who made 2 mistakes, but they came back-to-back here in the 7th inning. Dusty Berkman will come on to pitch. We'll tell you all about him right after this. 1-minute timeout for a pitching change on ESPN 1230.
America First Credit Union has all the financial tools you need to pare down your debt. Choose from convenient home equity lines, low interest rate Visa cards, or simple consolidation loans. Plus, you can make your payments online, over the phone, or inside any of our 62 locations. Visit AmericaFirst.com or stop by any branch today to apply and make your high interest debt a thing of the past. At America First Credit Union, members come first. Member NCUA, Equal Housing and Opportunity Lender.
Play ball! The next time you're looking for a dominating performance at the plate, look to your fridge for budded deli cuts. With our exclusive zip-pack slider, you know you can count on them to be fresh when you need them, game after game. And with 6 premium flavors, it's like being able to throw the meat of the order out there 2 times in a row. That's the kind of variety any manager would love. It's no wonder budded deli cuts are such a fan favorite, and they're waiting for a tryout right now at your favorite grocer.
Left-hander Dusty Berkman on for the Stingers here in the 7th inning. Nobody on base, 1 out, 2 runs in for the River Cats. For Berkman, his 15th appearance of the year in 24 1/3 innings. He's given up 22 hits, 6 runs all earned. He has struck out 21 and walked 2. Berkman 1 and 2 with 3 saves and a 2.22 earned run average. The PCL batting .239 against left-hander Dusty Berkman. So the final line on Santana in his AAA debut, 6 1/3. 2 hits, 2 runs, both earned. He struck out 4 and walked 2. But gave up the home run a moment ago to Cust on a 2-0 pitch. Berkman last came in against New Orleans on the 26th and pitched 2 scoreless, hitless innings, striking out 2. First batter he'll face, Brant Colomarino, who's popped to short and walked in 2 plate appearances. 2-0 Sacramento here in the 7th. Here's Colomarino to face Dusty Berkman, who's got a pass list of close to 20. this weekend. There's a fastball outside at the knees. Ball won the count. Only a couple of hour ride from Lake Tahoe, Reno, Carson City, the areas where Dusty grew up and now lives. There's a strike on the outside corner at the knees. The count on Colomarino is even at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike the count. Bergman's pitch. Swing on and a ground ball to the right side. Up with it is Zach Sorensen, the throw to first for the out. The oohs and ahs as the bat broke and wound up helicoptering its way toward Bergman. But Dusty was able to get out of the way. So 2 out. That'll bring up Mike Rouser's walked and fly to center. Stingers in the 8th will have Casey Smith, Chris Prieto, and Zach Sorensen due up. So 2 out, nobody on base. Now Bergman ready to go, and the pitch on the way. Fastball right down the middle for a strike, and it's 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. Outfield slammed it towards left field as the 0-1 comes home. Fastball strike on the outside corner at the knees, and the count's 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes the count on Mike Rouse. Now Bergman into his motion for the 0-2. Swinging a roller to the right side again. Scooped up by Sorensen. The sidearm toss to first, and that'll do it for the River Cats, who take the lead by scoring 2 runs on 2 hits. No errors and nobody left on base. As we go to the 8th inning, it's now Sacramento 2 and the Stingers nothing on ESPN 1230.
More Stingers baseball after this on ESPN 1230 AM.
Let's face it, life's full of little dings and dents, particularly when you or your teenager are driving. At Abra Auto Body and Glass, we realize not every fender bender requires a lengthy dialogue with an insurance agent. To keep your insurance premiums down, it's sometimes better to handle a repair on your own, especially when the damage is mostly just a cosmetic annoyance. Bring your dinged and dented vehicle to Abra and let us help you and your family get the quality repair you need at a price you can afford. We've been at it for over 20 years, and with the best trained technicians in the industry, we can make your car sparkle like it did before you or your teenager had an unfortunate mishap. So, even when you are not submitting an insurance claim, let Abra work with you to get an affordable, quality repair with a lifetime warranty. Auto Body Repair of America. Abra, America's most recommended. Call 1-888-USA-ABRA to schedule an immediate appointment.
Taco Del Mar has a question. You like lunch? Start with the tortilla the size of a trampoline. Then pile on the meat, beans, veggies, and freak out on the jalapenos. Call the office. Tell them you're gone for the day. See ya. Head to the beach, the mountains, the lake. That's Taco Del Mar, baby. That's your inner Baja. Eat with a Monte made-to-order burrito or a pile of ripping fish tacos. It's fast, super tasty fresh necks with a bit of Baja attitude. Taco Del Mar. Release your inner Baja.
We go down to the top of the 8th inning. Stingers trailing 2-0 now. It'll be Casey Smith, Chris Prieto, and Zach Sorensen to face. Right-hander Ryan Glynn. Lefty Flores is throwing in the bullpen. First pitch to Casey. Curveball over at the knees. A strike, and it's 0-1. Smith has flied to right and lined to first base. Now the pitch. Swing and a miss, and a slider away. 0-2. Don't forget, all Monday home games are Harmon's Family Night. Stop by your local Harmon store, pick up a voucher good for 7 family members for just $15, and redeem that voucher at the Stingers box office. Harmon's, your neighborhood grocer. The 0-2 pitch, a fastball inside, 1-2 the count. The next Harmon's Family Night comes up on June the 6th, 1 week from tomorrow, against these same Sacramento River Cats. Now Glynn's pitch. Smith swings. It's a bouncing ball toward short. Crosby charges. Glove throws on the run in time for the out. 1 away. That'll bring up Chris Prieto, who's 2 for 3. The River Cats, not ferocious felines as much at Franklin Covey Field against Salt Lake as they are here. Prieto led off the fourth with a double, led off the sixth with a single, but the Stingers couldn't move him around. And now they're down to their last 5 outs in this one. First pitch on the way to Prieto, and it's a fastball in at the letters for a strike. 0-1. 0-1 the count on Chris. He's come up today with his 11th multi-hit game. He bunts, pops it in the air out in front of the plate. Jackson coming out from behind makes the catch for out number 2. 2 up, 2 down. That'll bring up Zach Sorensen, who's 0 for 2. Struck out swinging his last time up. Previous 3 innings, the leadoff men have gotten on base, but the hitters behind them have not been able to move the runners over. So 2 out, nobody on base. The pitch. Change up high, ball 1. Gwynn has allowed just 5 hits, no runs. He has struck out 7 and walked 1. Sorensen takes high, ball 2. The 7 strikeouts a season high. He didn't have any more than 4 in any appearance for Syracuse. He did have 7 in his first start for Sacramento. 2-0 pitch on the way. Fastball strike, and it's 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike the count. Now Glenn ready, the pitch. Change up high, ball 3. 3-1 the count on Sorensen with Kotzman due next. Got a feeling that if Sorensen were to reach, the River Cats would bring in the lefty. Flores out of the bullpen. 3-1 pitch is fouled back out of play, and the count is full at 3-2. So 3 balls, 2 strikes the count. Full count on Sorensen. Glenn starts his motion for the 3-2 payoff pitch. Strike 3 called on the outside corner under the belt, and that retires the side. 1-2-3, nothing across. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. It's Sacramento 2, the Stingers nothing on ESPN 1230.
This is a steak and lobster dinner for $24.99 at a famous seafood place. And this is Sizzler's incredible steak and lobster for just $14.99. Sizzler serving up succulent lobster tail with real drawn butter and our classic half-pound steak fire grilled to perfection, plus all the trimmings. Right now, it's just $14.99. So what does that famous seafood place give you for the extra $10? Coleslaw. Sizzler steak and lobster tail for an amazing $14.99. Your Sizzler today. Great idea. Owning my own dry cleaning shop, I'm all about fast business.
Dave Denton, Zions Bank SBA Express customer.
As a small business owner, I've got a million things taking up my time.
Did you get machine fixed up and running?
Yeah, just fixed it. People want their clothes done right, and they want them done now. And I wanted my SBA loan the same way. Quick, convenient, and competitive.
Zions Bank is now offering SBA Express loans as low as 8.75%.
The people at Zions Bank know I don't have a lot of time, so they make it easy.
The SBA Express loan involves less paperwork, and all SBA fees are waived for the life of the loan.
And with my SBA Express debit card, I get money when I need it most.
Hey, Dave, Bill Brady's on 3.
Thanks, tell him I'll be right there. I tell you, when it comes to getting fast, competitive funding from someone who actually knows your business, you can't beat Zions Bank. They've been a top SBA lender for years, which means they'll be around as long as I need them.
For more information, call 1-877-315-0190 or visit ZionsBank.com. Zions Bank. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender. Credit approval required. SBA fees waived for loans less than $150,000.
Now, back to more Stingers baseball on ESPN 1230 AM.
We go to the bottom of the 8th inning, 2-0 Sacramento. It'll be Bobby Smith, Steve Jackson, and Freddie Bynum. The bottom third of the order due up to face left-hander Dusty Berkman. The River Cats leading 2-0. Don't forget that all kids under 14 and under can register at Larry H. Miller Chevrolet, located at 5650 South State Street in Murray, to enter to win a chance to be an honorary bat kid at a Stingers game. First pitch swinging, Smith fouled it back, strike 1. Larry H. Miller Chevrolet. After all, you know this guy. One strike on Smith as Berkman deals. Swing and a pop foul, first base side. Smith near the railing, but there's a whole lot of foul territory here, and it lands in the seventh row. The count on Smith is 0-2. In the ninth, the Stingers will have Kochman, Allen, and Gorneau due up. Now the two-strike pitch. Swung on, fly ball, center field. Prieto coming in, makes the Bill the cap-high catch for out number one. So one down here in the eighth. That'll bring up Steve Jackson, who's flied to right and struck out swinging. Now a right-hander is up in the Sacramento bullpen. Right-hander, Jairo Garcia. There's a swing and a miss at a breaking ball by Jackson from Berkman. The count's 0-1. No balls, one strike the count. 2-0 River Cats. Here in the eighth inning, the pitch swung on and fouled back 0-2. Again, Irvin Santana with a no-hitter through 6 1/3 innings gives up a one-out triple to Matt Watson. Falls behind Jack Cust 2-0 and grooves the next pitch. And Cust hits it over the right field fence into the bullpen for a 2-run homer, and it's 2-0 River Cats. 1-2 the count on Jackson as Berkman misses in the dirt. Game 2 at Colorado Springs. Portland and the Sky Sox tied at 1. Beavers won the first game 3-1. There's a pitch lofted in the air toward left. Allen broke back, now racing in. Will he get there? Sliding, he makes the catch. As Luke broke back initially on that ball, but a nice recovery by Allen allowed him to come in and make the grab. So 2 out. That'll bring up Freddie Bynum, who's 0-2. Struck out swinging his last time up. Tacoma and Fresno are scoreless in the third. Stingers could use a Sky Sox win in the nightcap and have Portland and Colorado Springs split, just in case the Stingers don't rally in the ninth inning here. They only lose a half game to each of those teams. There's a sinker low, ball one to Bynum. Don't forget you can help me call the action live on ESPN 1230 from the press box with the Great Clips Jr. broadcaster for a game. As a pitch in low for a ball, 2-0. Better to win at any Wasatch Front Great Clips locations. You must be between the ages of 8 and 13 to win. Now the 2-0 pitch is low, ball 3. 3-0 the count on Bynum. Now Bergman deals. Right down the middle, a fastball for a strike, and it's 3-1. 9,992 here on a Sunday afternoon. The pitch, swing, and a miss at a sinker down and in, and that fills the count at 3-2. The Angels leading Kansas City 7-2 in the seventh. Former Stingers catcher Jose Molina 3 for 3 with 3 runs batted in. 3-2 payoff pitch is slapped towards the hole at third and through into left field, a base hit. So Bynum aboard with just the third hit of the ball game for Sacramento. At the top of the order, Bobby Crosby, who's popped up all 3 times at the plate today. Once to short and twice to the second baseman Sorensen. So Bynum, a speedster over at first. He has 3 stolen bases this year, having been thrown out twice. So Dusty from the belt ready, and the pitch. Crosby takes a curveball in at the knees for a strike, and it's 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. Outfield straight away as Bergman comes set and delivers. A fastball swung on, chopped up the third base side. Dusty's got it, turns and throws to first in time for the out. And that retires the side. No runs, 1 hit. One runner left on base. We go to the ninth. It's the Stingers trailing the River Cats 2-0 here on ESPN 1230.
More Stingers baseball after this on ESPN 1230 AM.
Junior Banana Split. Sonic's got it, others don't. Right now, treat yourself to Sonic's 99-cent Junior Banana Split. It's almost half the size, but with all the taste, for just 99 cents. Try one today, or to satisfy your late-night craving, try one tonight. Because Sonic's open till at least midnight all summer long. The 99-cent Junior Banana Split at participating Sonic drive-ins. It's not just good, it's Sonic good.
Feel tired when you wake up? Sleep apnea is a serious illness and if not diagnosed could lead to serious health problems. 35% of all people with high blood pressure have sleep apnea. 83% of all people with uncontrollable high blood pressure have sleep apnea. And 70% of people that have had a stroke have been diagnosed with sleep apnea. Many people could reduce their chances if they were diagnosed early and got the help they needed to control their sleep apnea. At MedOne Medical, they care about your health and want you to have a healthy life. Can you imagine being diagnosed with diabetes and not doing anything about it? Call MedOne Medical today at 1-800-258-5329. Let them help you with your diagnosis and get you the help you need to have a happy and healthy life. MedOne Medical is the exclusive provider of Sleep Smart Gold, a program created to help patients manage sleep apnea. Call 1-800-258-5329 and get on the road to a happy, healthy life.
We go now to the top of the ninth. Stingers need 2 to keep the game going. They trail 2-0, in danger of being shut out for the second time in 3 games here at Sacramento. It'll be Casey Kotzman, Luke Allen, and Nick Gorneau to face left-hander Ron Flores, who comes on for the 23rd time this year. In 26 innings, he's given up 25 hits, 10 runs all earned. He's struck out 29 and walked 12. He's 0-1 with 2 saves and a 3.46 earned run average. The PCL batting .258. Against left-hander Ron Flores, who worked the scoreless hitting here yesterday. And facing 2 left-handed batters in Kotzman and Allen. AC 0 for 3. Fly to left his last time up. Flores delivers a fastball in at the knees, a strike 0-1. An outstanding performance by Ryan Glenn. 8 innings, 5 hits, no runs. Struck out 8 and walked 1. Now Flores pitch. A little bit outside at the knees. Evens the count at 1-1. Flores 5'11", 190 in his 6th year out of USC. Right-hander up in the River Cat bullpen now. As Flores delivers the 1-1. Breaking ball outside above the knees, 2-1. River Cat fans about as rabid as they come in the PCL. They're basically Sacramento Kings fans, but they don't bring the cowbells to Raleigh Field. 2-1 pitch. Curveball, low and outside, ball 3. 3-1 the count on Kotzman. Outfield straight away. The infield back with the second baseman Beatty a couple of steps out in right field. 3-1 pitch is fouled back as Kotzman had a hack at a fastball, and that fills the count at 3-2. Stingers' DHs have really fallen off. They were big early on. Of course, a lot of that was Curtis Prime, but designated hitters coming into this game, batting just .256 for the Stingers, and Kotzman's 0 for 3 today. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Flores payoff pitch. Breaking ball, broke late and missed high for ball 4. So for the 5th time in the game, the Stingers had their leadoff man on base. Brings up Luke Allen, who's 1 for 3. Fly to left field. His last time up was robbed of a double by Jack Cust out in left field in the 2nd inning. In between the fly balls to left, he singled to left field on the play that Kotzman was thrown out. Trying to score from second base. Flores ready, and the pitch to Allen. Breaking ball. Oh, he went around on a pitch that was 3 feet outside and got all the way back to the screen. That'll go as a wild pitch on Kotzman, on Flores, allowing Kotzman second base. And the count on Luke is 0-1, who beside himself. He can't believe that he went after it. Very unhappy with himself right now. No balls, 1 strike the count. Runner at second base now, Cotton, but again the Stingers trailed by 2. 0-1 the count. Flores ready. The pitch. Curveball over for a strike, and it's 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Cornell on deck, but I've got to think that he'll face one of the 2 right-handers that's up in the Sacramento bullpen. No balls, 2 strikes the count. Flores ready. The pitch. Fastball, popped up foul. Third base side. Smith over near the railing, won't reach it. That one's about 10 rows back. The count is 0-2. That one looked like it glanced off the hand and head of a fan down there. It seems to be none the worse for wear, so that's our Med One Medical sleep deprivation error of the game. If you suspect you or someone you know may have sleep apnea, call the professionals at Med One Medical. On the 2-strike pitch again to Allen. Swing and a miss at a breaking ball. He struck him out. 1 down here in the 9th. That'll bring up Nick Cornell, who's 2 for 3, and out comes Tony DeFrancisco. He won't let Cornell face the lefty. They have 2 righties throwing in the bullpen. We'll let you know who it is that's coming into the ball game right after this. 1-minute timeout for a pitching change on ESPN 1230.
Play ball! Looking to seal a win for your home crowd? Try Budding Deli Cuts, and you can't miss. That's because Deli Cuts have the exclusive zip-pack slider to seal in that premium, delicious flavor you can't find anywhere else. 6 great varieties with a taste so good, we just had to give you a way to lock it up airtight. From one corner of the plate to the other, you can't beat Deli Cuts for great flavor, amazing freshness, and sheer excitement on the fans' faces. Give them a tryout at your favorite grocer.
Taco Del Mar has a question. You like lunch? Start with a tortilla the size of a trampoline. Then pile on the meat, beans, veggies, and freak out on the jalapenos. Call the office. Tell them you're gone for the day. See ya. Head to the beach, the mountains, the lake. That's Taco Del Mar, baby. That's your inner Baja. Feed it with a Mondo made-to-order burrito or a pile of ripping fish tacos. It's fast, super tasty fresh nuts with a bit of Baja attitude. Taco Del Mar. Release your inner Baja.
Right-hander Jairo Garcia comes on. Hard-throwing right-hander out of the Dominican Republic. Garcia is making his 9th appearance for Sacramento. In 10 of the 3rd innings, he's given up 11 hits. 9 runs, only 4 of them earned. He has struck out 16 and walked 4. He's 0-2 with 4 saves, an ERA of 3.48 at the PCL batting. .262 against right-hander Jairo Garcia, who last worked on the 26th at Iowa, retiring 2 of the 3 batters he faced to record his 4th save in a 12-10 win over the Cubs. He had 6 saves earlier this year for AA Midland. So he'll inherit a runner at second base, 1 out, and a 2-0 ball game in favor of Sacramento here in the 9th. Garcia finishing up his warm-ups. He's 6 feet tall, 164 pounds. 22 years old, signed as an undrafted free agent in January of 2000. 93 to 95 mile per hour fastball, slider, and change. Pitched at A, AA, AAA in the major leagues last year. In 11 appearances for the River Cats, he did not face Salt Lake. A runner at second base, 1 out for Nick Cornell, who's 2 for 3. So Kochman, the runner at second base, 1 out. Garcia ready, and the pitch to Cornell. Fastball strike on the outside corner at the knees, 0-1, and that one registered at 95 miles per hour. Oh, and 1 the count. Now Garcia from the belt ready. The check of the runner, Kotzman, the pitch. Bird ball low and outside. Evens the count on Gorneau at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Stingers trying to rally in the ninth. Down 2-0, the 1-1 pitch. Line to the right center field, a base hit. Kotzman for some reason held up, but he's going to be able to come on in and score anyway on an RBI single by Nick Gorneau, and it's now a 2-1 ball game. Gorneau with his third hit. Now it's a 2-1 ball game. And the batter will be David Matrenga, who's 0 for 2. So now a 2-1 game. Gorneau with his 31st run batted in. That closes the books on Flores. 1/3 of an inning, no hits, 1 run earned. And now here's Matrenga, with Gorneau representing the tying run over at first base. Garcia ready in the pitch. Check swing foul back behind home plate. Strike 1. So the shutout is spoiled. Now the Stingers got to do whatever they can here to get that tying run around. Garcia looks in, gets his sign from the catcher Jackson. The right-hander ready, and the 0-1 pitch. Breaking ball low, and that evens the count at 1-1. Adam Pavkovich, the third baseman, is due next. 1-1 the count on Matrenga. The infield at double play, depth the outfield straight away. Now the 1-1, swing and a miss at a fastball, and it's 1-2. That one registered 97 miles per hour. One ball, 2 strikes the count. Now Garcia ready, the 1-2. Into the dirt, gets by the catcher Jackson. And on the second base goes Gorneau on a wild pitch. And now the Stingers have the potential tying run in scoring position now with 1 out. Two balls, 2 strikes the count on Matrenga. Gorneau now the lead at second base, and a pretty good sized one at that. Matrenga waiting. Now Garcia comes set, but time called at home plate. 2-2 the count. Now the pitch. Did he go around? No, says first base umpire Travis Reininger, and that fills the count at 3-2. Fans thought Matrenga went around, but the man who has the final say-so, and the only say-so, says no. So now the count on Matrenga is full at 3-2. As Garcia stares in, gets his sign from Jackson. Here's the 3-2 payoff pitch. Low and outside, ball 4. And the fans thought that was strike 3. Now the catcher Jackson goes out to have a word with Garcia. So 2 on now with 1 out for Adam Pavkovich, who gets another opportunity to extend his hitting streak to 10 games, but apparently he is not, as Brian Gordon has picked up a bat, and he will pinch hit for Pavkovich. If the Stingers want to send the left-handed bat to the plate, Gordon comes into the ball game batting .245. 8 doubles, 1 triple, 4 homers, and 19 runs batted in for Bryan. Gordon at the plate, 0 for 6 with 1 run batted in this series. The Stingers now with the potential tying run at second base, the go-ahead run at first with 1 out, and Brian Gordon pinch hitting for Adam Pavkovich. Garcia ready, and the first pitch to Bryan. Into the dirt. Good stuff for the catcher, Jackson. Ball 1. 1-0 the count. Gordon 1 for 1 as a pinch hitter this year. 1 ball, no strikes. Infield double play depth. The outfield straight away for Bryan as the 1-0 comes home. Low and inside, backhanded by the catcher Jackson, and the count 2-0. Ryan Buddy is due next. Stingers trying to rally in the ninth. 4 previous times this year, 3 of them on the road. They've trailed going into the 9th inning and won. The 2-0 pitch to Gordon. Swing and a miss at a fastball, and it's 2-1. Stingers, though, still with the tying run out at second base. The go-ahead run at first as they're down 2-1 here in the ninth. Garcia ready, the 2-1 pitch. Got it after it, held up as the fastball misses high. No swing, says Jason Kaiser at third, and the count's 3-1. And the fans don't like that one either. 3 balls, 1 strike the count. A wide one here would load the bases for Buddy. Garcia ready, the 3-1 pitch. Swing and a foul back over our heads and out of play, and that fills the count at 3-2. Well, let's see what kind of a gambling man Dino Ebel is. He lives in Las Vegas. The runners at first and second base, 1 out. Do you send the runners? I say no. Let's see what happens. Garcia ready. The 3-2 payoff pitch. They don't go, and it's swung on and lifted to deep right center field. Watson on the run. That ball's up there. It's out there, and it's gone. A 3-run homer by the fist-pumping Brian Gordon as he rounds second base, and the Stingers have taken a 4-2 lead. A pinch-hit 3-run home run for Brian Gordon. And the Stingers have taken the lead here in the ninth. That's for the Stingers, their first pinch-hit home run of the season. Still only 1 out. And the batter will be Ryan Buddy, who's 0 for 3. Now let's look to the bottom of the ninth. The 2, 3, and 4 hitters will be due up for Sacramento. There's a pitch in for a strike, and it's 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. Ryan Gordon putting a charge into that 3-2 pitch. Now the 0-1. Quick, and a miss, and the count's 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. 4-2 Stingers with a 4-run ninth. But still 3 tough outs to get in the bottom of the inning. The 0-2 pitch to Buddy. Fastball inside as Ryan jumps back out of the way. 1-2. So now the starting pitchers are no longer involved in the decision. Now the 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball into the dirt. 2-2 the count on Buddy. Gordon's home run is 5th of the year, and he now has 22 runs batted in. Two balls, 2 strikes. The pitch. Swing and a miss at an off-speed pitch. He struck him out. First strikeout for Garcia, the 10th for Sacramento pitching in the ball game. So 2 outs, and that'll bring up Casey Smith, who's 0 for 3. He grounded out to short his last time up. Now Casey the plate with 2 outs and the bases empty here in the ninth. Garcia's pitch. Fastball strike on the inside corner at the knees, 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. Garcia's pitch. Low for a ball, 1-1. Garcia rated the number 8 prospect in the Oakland organization by Baseball America, also rated as having the best fastball in the Oakland system. Brian Gordon just turned one around into the bullpen in right center. Pitch on the way. Fastball in at the knees, 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Not a cloud in the sky now, as all the clouds that were around at the start of the game have moved to the east. Garcia ready, and the 1-2 pitch to Smith. Swung on line, and a diving backhand grab by Colomarino takes extra bases away from Casey Smith. But the Stingers have taken the lead with 4 runs on 2 hits. No errors and nobody left on base. We go to the bottom of the 9th inning. It's now the Stingers 4 and Sacramento 2 on ESPN 1230.
Do you feel tired when you wake up? Do you feel exhausted during the day? Have you ever dozed off in a meeting or while watching TV? If you answered yes, you may have sleep apnea. Millions of Americans suffer from sleep apnea and don't even know it. The professionals at MedOne Medical can help you get the sleep you need. It is amazing how well you feel when you get a full night of refreshing sleep. Sleep Smart Gold is a proven program designed specifically for people with sleep apnea. Sleep apnea can be more harmful than just a poor night's sleep. High blood pressure and other cardiovascular complications are being diagnosed more and more frequently in patients with this disorder. A high percentage of these patients can be treated by addressing sleep apnea. If you suspect someone might have sleep apnea, call the professionals at MedOne Medical at 800-258-5329. With the help of a doctor, a program will be designed for you to obtain a golden night's sleep. Call MedOne Medical and find out how Sleep Smart Gold can help you get the sleep you deserve. Call today, 1-800-258-5329.
So it's spring, and you can't wait to get out of doors and take the family to Mulligan's Golf and Games. You'll enjoy 36 holes of miniature golf, the state's largest driving range, baseball and softball batting cages, practice greens and bunkers, along with 2 beautiful 9-hole golf courses. At Mulligan's, they offer something for the entire family. And coming soon, Mulligan's will have the famous iceberg chase. Mulligan's, open early and fully lighted well into the night. Mulligan's, half-mile west of I-15 on 106 South, open every day but Christmas.
Now, back to more Stingers baseball on ESPN 1230 AM.
All right, we go to the bottom of the 9th inning. Andrew Beatty, Matt Watson, Jack Cuz, the 2, 3, and 4 hitters in the Sacramento order to face left-hander Dusty Berkman. The Stingers rallying with 4 at the top of the 9th to take a 2-run lead. Beatty 0 for 3, facing Berkman for the first time, and Dusty's pitch is a breaking ball over at the knees for a strike, and it's 0-1. With Pavkovich being pinch hit for, David Matrenga moves from short to third. Zach Sorensen from second to short, and Larry Infante comes in to play second base. The 0-1 fastball misses high, and the count on Beatty is even at 1 ball and 1 strike. Bergman's already gone an inning and 2/3 so far. Here's the 1-1. Low and inside, a ball, and it's 2-1. Activity in the Stingers bullpen as a right-hander is up. 2 balls, 1 strike, the count on Beatty. The pitch. Fastball punched, foul just outside the bag at first, and that evens the count at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Scott Dunn throwing in the Stingers bullpen. Now the 2-2. Bounces a breaking ball in, ball 3. Boy, you don't want to ask for trouble here and walk the leadoff man. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Now Dusty into his motion for the payoff hit. Long on, high chopper up the middle. The shortstop Sorensen, and it takes a bad hop into shallow left field. That'll go as a bad hop single for Andrew Beatty. There aren't very many bad hops on this diamond, but there was one there. It hit the lip just before Sorensen was going to get there. And took a crazy hop behind Zach, who had no chance at all to knock that one down. So runner at first, nobody out, and here's Matt Watson, who's 1 for 3. Broke up the no-hitter with a triple to right center field his last time up and scored on the home run by Cust. The lefty versus lefty matchup here. Infield, double play depth. Bergman ready, and the first pitch to Watson. Little looper behind third, and that's going to fall in for a base hit. They haven't hit the ball hard yet. An inside-out swing and a little looper that just barely landed in shallow left field. I tell you, this place is haunted. Now here's Jack Cust, who had a 2-run homer his last time up. A bad hop single and a little bad handle bleeder. And now the River Cats have the tying runs on base with nobody out. Matrenga even with the bag at third. The middle infielders and Casey Smith at first, all halfway. Bergman's first pitch to Cust. Breaking ball low, ball 1. Well, this is where the Stingers really missed not having a closer. But Joel Peralta is with the Angels right now. One ball, no strikes the count. Bergman looks in, gets his sign, the left-hander ready. The 1-0 pitch. Fastball in at the knees for a strike, and it's 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. The outfield shaded towards left, even though Cust certainly capable of pulling the ball, but it is a lefty-lefty matchup. Bergman ready, the 1-1. Curveball just outside of the belt, ball 2. 2-1 the count. Beatty at second, Watson at first. Bergman stares in, gets his sign from Buddy. The left-hander ready, and here's the 2-1 pitch to Cust. Swinging a high pop-up. Behind second base, short center field, the infield fly rule in effect as Zach Sorensen makes the Cats 2 steps back on the outfield lawn for out number 1. But now here's Brant Colomarino, who's 0 for 2 with a walk today, but he had the big night last night. 2 homers, a triple, and 5 runs batted in. So runners at first and second, 1 out now. And another lefty-lefty matchup. Colomarino, born and lives in Pittsburgh, played collegiately for the Panthers. Now Bergman ready, and the first pitch to Colomarino. Third ball outside, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Rouse, the shortstop, is due next. Bergman ready. Dusty with a 1-0. Fastball just missed. I guess it was low, and the count's 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes. Beatty the lead at second, Watson at first. The pitch. Swing and a miss, and a fastball up and in, and the count's 2-1. Tony DeFrancesco halfway down the line towards home to give his base runner an angle. He pick up his sign. 2-1 the count. Now Bergman ready. The 2-1. Swinging a foul as that went in on the fists of Colomarino. Might have been ball 3, but he went after it, got a piece of it, sent it back into the second row. Now the count is even at 2-2. Again, the infield double play depth. Smith guarding the line at first. Bergman ready in the 2-2 pitch. He went around on a slider away. He struck him out. Boy, that was a nasty pitch by Dusty Bergman there for out number 2. And now Mike Rouse is being called back into the dugout. We're going to have a pinch hitter now. Fans booing, but there didn't seem to be much of a decision to be made there as Bobby Smith comes on to pinch hit. Or excuse me, not Smith. This is Garrett. Sean Garrett to pinch hit for Rouse. So Garrett on to pinch hit. Meanwhile, the pitching coach, Bryn Smith, goes to the mound to talk things over with Bergman. So the pinch hitter, Sean Garrett, hitting .292, 7 doubles, 4 homers, and 25 runs batted in. Garrett 0 for 3 last night. Well, there was a pinch hitter that did the damage for the Stingers in the top of the inning. Sacramento hoping that Lightning can strike twice, but Dusty Bergman, with a right-handed batter coming to the plate, is being left in there, even though the righty, Scott Dunn, is ready in the Salt Lake bullpen. So a little bit of a roll of the dice here. So here's Garrett. 2 on, 2 out here in the bottom of the ninth. Stingers 4, Sacramento 2, after Salt Lake scored 4 in the top of the ninth. The final 3 on a pinch hit home run by Brian Gordon. Now Bergman comes set, the left-hander ready. The first pitch to Garrett. Breaking ball low, ball 1. 1-0 the count. One ball, no strikes. The outfield deep. They don't want anything getting between them in the alley that could score the runner from first. The 1-0. Fastball high. Ball 2. 2-0 the count. Bobby Smith is due next. Stingers trying to pull off another comeback win. But as usual, nothing is coming easy in this yard. Now the pitch. Just inside at the knees. Ball 3. 3-0 the count, and a wide one would load the bases and move the potential tying run to the scoring position. Three balls, no strikes to pitch. Strike on the inside corner at the knees. 3-1. Three balls, 1 strike. 2 on, 2 out here in the bottom of the ninth. The Stingers leading 4-2. Bergman ready with a 3-1 pitch. Swung on and lifted down the line and right, slicing towards the corner. Gordeau, the shades down, makes the catch to win the ball game in fair territory. And the Stingers come away with a come-from-behind win here in Sacramento on Sunday afternoon. A big comeback for the 5th time this season already that they have trailed going into the 9th inning and won a ball game, and 4 of those 5 have come with a deficit of 2 runs or more. Brian Gordon, the hero, with a pinch hit 3-run home run in the top half. Dusty Bergman gives up bleeding hits to the first 2 batters in the 9th, but gets the next 3 hitters to work out of trouble and pick up the win for himself. So the Stingers with a big win there as they're able to come back in the 9th inning for the victory. And what a win it was here against Sacramento. So, in the 9th inning for the River Cats, no runs on 2 hits. No errors and 2 runners left on base. Handshakes and high fives all around with the final score. The Salt Lake Stingers 4 and the Sacramento River Cats 2. We'll be back with the 10th inning show coming up next on ESPN 1230.
This has been Salt Lake Stingers baseball. Stay tuned for a complete wrap-up of tonight's game. The 10th inning show is coming up next on the home of the Salt Lake Stingers, ESPN 1230 AM.
At Abra Auto Body and Glass, we know how much you count on your vehicle. So when it needs repairs, body work, or a new windshield, where should you take it? Go to America's most recommended name in damaged vehicle repair. That's right. In an independent nationwide customer satisfaction survey, Abra Auto Body and Glass was the company most recommended to family and friends for quality of work, customer communication, and overall service. Why? Maybe it's our commitment to safety. Abra spends more to train our technicians than anyone else in the industry, and every repair meets our strict safety standards. Maybe it's our lifetime warranty that backs up all those repairs, or that Abra works with over 500 insurance companies nationwide to make your claims process a snap. Whatever the reason, Abra Auto Body and Glass is proud to be so highly regarded. Auto Body Repair of America. Abra, America's most recommended. Call 1-888-USA-ABRA to schedule an appointment.
The game is over, and the fans are leaving the ballpark. It's time now for the 10th inning show. A complete wrap-up of tonight's game with a look at the rest of the Pacific Coast League and Major League Baseball. This is the 10th inning show on ESPN 1230 AM. Now let's go back to the ballpark with the voice of the Stingers, Steve Klauke.
And welcome back to Sacramento, where the Stingers pull out a stunner here as they rally with 4 runs in the 9th inning to defeat the River Cats by a final score of 4-2. Totals in the ball game for the Stingers: 4 runs on 7 hits, no errors, and 5 runners left on base. For the River Cats, 2 runs on 5 hits, no errors, and they stranded 4 base runners. The winning pitcher, Dusty Bergman, now 2-2 on the year, while the losing pitcher is Jairo Garcia. His record drops to 0-3. Time of the game, 2 hours, 36 minutes. 9,992, the paid attendance here this afternoon, as they saw Irvin Santana of the Stingers throw 6 1/3 hitless innings of baseball before Matt Watson tripled and Jack Cuss homered to make it a 2-0 Sacramento lead. But then the Stingers, in the top of the 9th inning, with a runner at second and 1 out, Nick Gorneau singled home Casey Kotzman to make it 2-1. A walk to David Matrenga. Runners were at first and second. Brian Gordon pinch hitting for Adam Papkovich worked the count to 3-2 before launching the payoff hit from Jairo Garcia into the bullpen in right center. A pinch hit 3-run home run for Brian Gordon. And then the Stingers survive a scary bottom of the 9th inning. Runners at first and second, nobody out. But then Dusty Bergman able to shut the door by getting Jack Cuss to pop out, Polo Marino to strike out, and the pinch hitter Sean Garrett to fly out. A tough play for Nick Gorneau down towards the right field corner, looking right back into that bright sunshine. So the Stingers with the win, now 27-21 on the year, while the River Cats drop to 27 and at 24. As the Stingers pick up the win here against the River Cats by a final score of 4-2. They're now 6-5 on the road trip with just 1 game remaining tomorrow afternoon. When we come back, we'll check the Abra scoreboard right after this on ESPN 1230.
Serious about dirt? So is Yamaha. And now's the perfect time to drive a serious bargain. Because for a limited time, you can get any new Yamaha motorcycle or ATV for as low as $39 a month for 24 months. Plus, get up to $200 cash back on select models, off-road or on, 2 wheels or 4 at Stedman's Recreation Yamaha. We're offering serious savings, special financing plus cash back. But this offer ends soon, so get down to Stedman's Recreation Yamaha today.
Visit Deadman's Recreation on Main in Tooele.
Finance offer good through 5/30/105 on any 2005 or new prior year Yamaha motorcycle, ATV, or scooter, excluding FJR and Rhino models. On the Yamaha card, subject to credit approval. Reduced rate as low as 4.9% APR and $39 monthly payment good for 24 months. The account is set current. Maximum amount finance $3,000. And thereafter, the standard rate of 21% APR will apply and minimum monthly payments will be required. Default rate 24.99%. Minimum finance charge $1. See dealer for details and recommendations. Yamaha recommends an approved trading course. Call 1-800-887-2887. Dealer participation may vary.
Owning my own dry cleaning shop, I'm all about fast business.
Dave Denton, Zions Bank SBA Express customer.
As a small business owner, I've got a million things taking up my time.
Did you get the sheet fixed up and running?
Yeah, just fix it. People want their clothes done right, and they want them done now. And I wanted my SBA loan the same way. Quick, convenient, and competitive.
Zions Bank is now offering SBA Express loans as low as 8.75%.
The people at Zions Bank know I don't have a lot of time, so they make it easy.
The SBA Express loan involves less paperwork, and all SBA fees are waived for the life of the loan.
And with my SBA Express debit card, I get money when I need it most.
Hey, Dave, Bill Brady's on free.
Thanks, tell him I'll be right there. I tell you, when it comes to getting fast, competitive funding from someone who actually knows your business, you can't beat Zions Bank. They've been a top SBA lender for years, which means they'll be around as long as I need them.
For more information, call 1-877-315-0190 or visit ZionsBank.com. Zions Bank. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender. Credit approval required. SBA fees waived for loans less than $150,000.
And welcome back to Sacramento, where the Stingers rally with 4 runs in the 9th inning to defeat the River Cats here in Sacramento by a score of 4-2. Time now for a check of the average scoreboard. In the PCL, Nashville defeated New Orleans by a score of 6-3 for the Zephyrs, their 6th straight loss. But it could be worse. Round Rock gave up 2 runs in the top of the 9th inning to give the Cubs a 4-3 win over the Express. And for Round Rock, that is their 7th straight loss. At Colorado Springs in the first of 2, Portland defeats the Sky Sox 3-1. The nightcap is tied 1-1 in the 4th. Tacoma and Fresno are scoreless in the 3rd. Later on, Las Vegas and Tucson plays 2. Oklahoma is at Memphis, and Albuquerque plays host to Omaha. In the American League, the Angels lead Kansas City 7-4 in the 8th inning. Jose Molina 3 for 3 with 3 runs batted in. Later on, Boston and the Yankees on ESPN Sunday Night Baseball. Cleveland defeated Oakland 6-2, with Toronto shutting out Minnesota 4-0 on a 2-hitter by Roy Halladay, who's now 8-2 on the year. Former Buzz right-hander Joe Mays takes the loss. He's 3-2. Detroit rallied with 6 runs in the 7th to defeat Baltimore 8-6. Texas pounded the White Sox 12-4, and Seattle scored a run in the 9th to edge Tampa Bay 10-9. In the National League in the 7th at San Francisco, the Padres lead the Giants 6-3. Bottom of the 5th in Phoenix, Arizona trails the Dodgers 5-2. Atlanta and Tim Hudson beats Philadelphia 7-2. Hudson now 6-3 on the year. The Marlins double up the Mets 6-3. It was Cincinnati routing Pittsburgh 11-2. Ken Griffey Jr. with his 7th home run. Houston edged Milwaukee 2-1. Andy Pettitte gets the win for the Astros. Washington nipped St. Louis 3-2, and the Cubs pounded the Rockies by a final score of 11-6. And that's a look at your average scoreboard. We'll be back with the scoring highlights of today's game right after this on ESPN 1230.
Hi, this is Mitch Jensen of Siegfried & Jensen. You've heard our ads for years. We've been handling automobile, personal injury, and medical malpractice claims for over 20 years. We've handled thousands of claims for thousands of people throughout the state. You're listening to this ad now because you love sports or have a favorite team. Siegfried & Jensen wants to be your legal team if you've been injured in an accident. Call Siegfried & Jensen at 1-800-INJURED. That's 1-800-INJURED. Siegfried & Jensen, your legal team if you've been injured.
Springtime's just around the corner, and now's the time to spring into new ATV action. Escape Motorsports is here to help, because right now, every new super sporty, super tough Yamaha ATV can be yours for as low as $39 a month for the first 24 months. And you'll even get up to $200 cash back on select models. Sport or utility, hard charging or hard working, Escape Motorsports has the ATV you want and a fantastic deal. But hurry, this offer ends soon. Escape Motorsports, 1480 North State in Provo. Finance offers Good through 5/30/105 on new 2005 or new prior year Yamaha motorcycle, ATV, or scooter, excluding FJR and Rhino models. On Yamaha cars, subject to credit approval. Reduced rate as low as 4.9% APR and $39 monthly payment good for 24 months at the time of step current. Maximum amount finance $8,000. Thereafter, the standard rate up to 21.99% APR will apply and minimum monthly payments will be required. Default rate 24.99%. Minimum finance charge $1. See dealer for details and recommendations. Yamaha recommends a free trading course. Escape Motorsports.
Junior Banana Split. Sonic's got it, others don't. Right now, treat yourself to Sonic's 99-cent Junior Banana Split. It's almost half the size, but with all the taste, for just 99 cents. Try one today, or to satisfy your late-night cravings, try one tonight. Because Sonic's open till at least midnight all summer long. The 99-cent Junior Banana Split at participating Sonic drive-ins. It's not just good, it's Sonic good.
Welcome back to Sacramento. What a ball game. A pitching matchup between Irvin Santana and Ryan Glenn was scoreless through 6.5 innings. And Santana had a no-hitter through 6 1/3, but Matt Watson broke it up with a one-out triple to right center field in the 7th inning. And then that brought Jack Cuss to the plate. 2 balls, no strikes. The right-hander's pitch. Swung on, and there it goes. Deep to right field. It's up there, it's out there, and it's gone. A 2-run home run for Jack Cuss, and the River Cats take a 2-0 lead. So 2-0. The Stingers had wasted many scoring opportunities, but in the 9th, Casey Kotzman walked to lead off the frame. He took second on a wild pitch, but Luke Allen struck out. That brought Jairo Garcia in, and he gave up a single to Nick Gorneau, scoring Kotzman from second to make it a 2-1 ball game. In the process of walking David Petrenga, Garcia threw a wild pitch that put Gorneau at second, but then Petrenga walked to put runners at first and second base, and Dino Ebel made the switch and brought Brian Gordon in to pinch hit for Adam Paskovich. The 3-2 payoff pitch, they don't go, and it's swung on and lifted to deep right center field. Watson on the run, that ball's up there, it's out there, and it's gone! A 3-run homer by the fist-pumping Brian Gordon as he rounds second base, and the Stingers have taken a 4-2 lead. So a 4-2 lead on the pinch hit home run by Brian Gordon, and then the Stingers survive a scare in the bottom of the 9th to win it here by a score of 4-2 to mercifully end a 9-game losing streak in this building. So the Stingers have a chance to come away with a winning record on the road trip and a split here in Sacramento tomorrow afternoon. And we'll preview that game for you coming up next on ESPN 1230.
Hi, this is Ned Siegfried of Siegfried & Jensen. We all know Utah is a great sports state. At Siegfried & Jensen, we have important sponsorship relationships with several college teams throughout the state, as well as with many of the professional teams, including the Jazz, the Stingers, the Grizzlies, and Real Salt Lake. In sports, winning is important. The same is true if you're injured in an accident. To help ensure victory, you need a winning legal team on your side. If you've been injured, call Siegfried & Jensen at 1-800-INJURED. That's 1-800-INJURED. Siegfried & Jensen.
Where can you find the Utah Jazz sitting next to the Boston Red Sox, sitting next to the Denver Broncos, just down the road of BYU? Fans! Only at Fans can you find the newest and freshest sports gear from all the great college and pro teams. Looking for a Utah Jazz jersey featuring the new colors? Fans has it. Fans has it. Trying to find a fitted baseball cap featuring your favorite team logo? Fans is the place. Fans is the place. Whether you're looking for hats, shirts, sweatshirts, hoodies, jackets, warm-ups, jerseys, or duffel bags, you'll find it at Fans. You'll find it at Fans. Plus, Fans even has fun logoed sports gear and memorabilia, including signed basketballs, footballs, and jerseys from the best players. And remember, for all the new Utah Jazz gear, get to Fans for jerseys, golf shirts, t-shirts, hats, sweatshirts, and warm-up gear featuring the new blue and white Jazz colors. Open 6 days a week in the Delta Center and all major malls across the Wasatch Front. Fans.
Wow, that is amazing.
Pardon me, miss. Are you an Albertsons associate?
No.
Then may I ask what you're doing?
Checking the price.
You're checking the price.
That is correct. Oh, check this price.
What? Where?
Next to the sign that says check the price.
Oh, that's a very good price.
What did I tell you?
Albertsons has lowered the prices on thousands of items shoppers buy most. So come on in and check the price. You're going to love what you see.
Hey, let's check these prices over here.
Sorry, pal. I work alone.
Check the new low prices at Albertsons, helping make your life easier.
Welcome back to Sacramento, where the Stingers put together a thrilling come-from-behind 4-2 win over the River Cats here this afternoon. Now they have a chance to get a split in this series, as well as end up with a winning record on this road trip. The victory today guarantees them a 500 road trip, but they would like to come away with a win tomorrow to close out the trip. It'll be right-hander Kevin Gregg making his first start for the Stingers. He pitched 2 scoreless innings of relief in New Orleans. And on the mound for the River Cats will be right-hander Mike Ziegler. Will be on the air once again at 1:45 with the on-deck circle, 2:05 with the first pitch. So we hope you'll join us for that tomorrow. Our thanks to Lee Horton back in our studios in Salt Lake City, and our thanks to you for listening. Once again, in 2 hours, 36 minutes, and in front of 9,992, the final score. The Salt Lake Stingers 4 and the Sacramento River Cats 2. I'm Steve Klauke saying have yourself a pleasant evening, and so long from Sacramento.
The 10th Inning Show on ESPN 1230 AM. Be sure to join us after every Stingers game for the 10th Inning Show on the home of the Salt Lake Stingers, ESPN 1230 AM.